going to go for the knock, goes for the roll down, and he's spotted Servial. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down. Moving forward, trying to get a better position, using the smoke's advantage. Strikes straight in. Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Mortal alive. Poor Soul in a 1-1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Regional Semi-Finals. Today is going to be the last day of Semi-Finals, day number 6, where teams from Group B and C will fight it out for one last time and try and make their way in towards the finals. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma. How are you doing?
Really good actually, and really excited as well, because after this there are no comebacks. If you're in top 16, you have the game. If you're not there, you can just watch it out from your home. Obviously, you are playing from your home as well, but then you can just watch it out from there. And those top 16 names are going to be the ones that will be mattering the most, if anything. We'll be seeing like which teams are going to be out there, because there is one team that is not going to be leaving any position out there. That's going to be NOChanceTeam. So let's just have a look at the overall standing, and let's see where's the second team and what they are doing right now.
Yeah, so the difference, as you can see on your screens, it's pretty massive. As the first team sitting on the first position, NOChanceTeam, is they have a total points of 339 points. On the second position is going to be Zeus Esports, and they have only 186. I mean, why am I saying only 186? Even reaching that mark is pretty hard, because this is the semi-finals. But still, if you look at that, the placement points for NOChanceTeam, it's a lot more than the amount of total points that Zeus Esports has. So that is one incredible thing that even Ocean, in his vast experience of casting, having been one of the OGs of the community, has never seen before.
Exactly. That's true out there. Not the OG part, the number part. that's totally out there. So, Exodus on the 4th, Famous on the 5th, BlackTeamMGL on the 6th, Mysterious on the 7th, and Team Gravity on the 8th. We'll have to see like which names just come up, because as you can see, like NoMercy is out there. Alright, here's one thing.
Yeah.
Look at SwankyGaming on the 13th. Alright, after that it's like 96, 92, 91. For NoChance, Andromeda, and WMGxCloud. They can come up, and SwankyGaming can come down, because they have matches left.
Definitely,
and then moving on, like this is 91, and after that it's 89 for 12. So each and every team out here still has a bit of chance. That means the team that is on 13th still can be eliminated, and they will be, if anything.
Definitely they can be eliminated, and I think from Wolf Squad onwards is where the trouble sort of begins, because Wolf Squad is sitting on the 20th position with 76 points. Below them it's going to be GoodFellows on 16th, and then LordNepal on 47. Vengeance is pretty much already out of it, because 29 points. They do have games to be played, but can you make up like what is that, a 70-point difference up in just 4 games? I don't think so.
You can, but then you'll have
you
to
need
go
to have
like
3 chicken dinners.
Yeah, that thing is going to be out there with good amount of kills and all those things. But then, you get chicken dinners, you get points, you get kills, you get points. So let's just have a look at the point distribution as well, like where each and everything is. Because first position, you guys know the drill, gives you 20. Then it's 14. After that, then it's 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from 11 to 16, it's going to be a single point each, and 1 kill gives you 1 point. That just means that alright, so placement points, I mean, each and every team has a different set of placement points, like wherever they are going, but tiebreaker comes with that 1 kill, 1 point scenario.
Exactly. We have seen teams finish on the 3rd position, still have enough points to actually take the 1st position in the standings for that game.
And we have seen team coming to the 2nd position mark, still ending at the 8th position because no kills.
Yeah, because of having no kills, and the teams underneath them, the teams that got eliminated early on, were having a really good day in the battles. But this is going to be the schedule for the day. We start off with Erangel, then moving on, the second game is going to be played on Sanhok. The third game is going to be played on Miramar, and like always, in a complete circle, the last game is going to be on Erangel itself.
Yeah, So Miramar was out of the bounds yesterday.
Yeah.
And some teams, obviously the teams that played yesterday and today, so they'll be having they'll be in that competition zone overall. Like there are teams that have had their games or totally done. And now they're going to be these kind of teams that will be playing like they were playing yesterday, they were playing today. So let's just have a look at the groups as well, like which groups are going to be playing today. So it's going to be B versus C. And that has WMGxCloud, DreamxTeam, GoodBoys, eSports. So this is a team that I would like to see how far they can climb right now. LordNepal, MT, GoodFellows, Andromeda as well in the Group B section. And then there's another group, obviously, because it's like 8 teams out here, 8 teams more. So that's going to be Group C. All right, so Famous is going to be out the team that dominated in the group stage. 4 Angry, Wolf Squad, No Chance. No Chance still might be having a chance out there. Watch My GP, Pain Gaming, Imperial, GG. I would like to see what Imperial actually does, and last but not the least, we'll be having Vengeance out there.
Yeah, definitely. Vengeance is going to be playing, but can they, if they actually somehow manage to make it in the finals, you can color me impressed, basically, because that is going to be one amazing feat. But on the other side, some of the teams that we will be looking out for, it's going to be DreamxTeam, it's going to be Zeus, it's going to be Famous, it's going to be Imperial GG, and No Chance as well. Can they sort of replicate what the other team with a similar name, NOChanceTeam to be specific, are doing in this tournament? Or are they just going to be the polar opposite of their counterparts? Are they just not going to have the day-to-day for themselves? I think that is going to be the question,
Because what that NOChanceTeam has done, they have created, they were playing in the wildcard region, but they have created a benchmark for the entire global region for themselves.
Definitely.
Like 8 chicken dinners and 10,000 damage for one player, 58, 60 kills for that player. Today we'll be watching kill leaders. We'll be starting from the second. Or from the third, if you will, because Choconut and Godless will be just out there.
Yeah, that I think is definitely going to be true, because these 2 lads from NOChanceTeam, they have been pretty incredible in their performances, and the kind of play that they bring out to this game of PUBG Mobile, it is something that I think we have never seen before, wherein it's like the level of confidence that they play with, the level of confidence they approach the fights, they approach the other teams. I think it is something that we have seen in another region, Pakistan region, from another team, but over here it just works in a totally different way. But can the other teams, can they try and put up a fight? Because going in towards the finals, having that big of an advantage is going to send a huge message to every other 15 team that are going to qualify with you, and the message is going to be, you do not mess with us, we will finish you off. We are going for the spot in the World League. But with that, the first game of Erangel is live right now, and let's head over to the map with Ocean Sharma, our real estate agent.
Alright, so from Primos to 70 is the area where the plane path is, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the plane out there in the fields of Erangel. From Ferry Pier, Query, Gatka, Pochinki, School, Rozok, Georgepol. It's going to be good areas if you want to go to those areas. And Yasna as well, you can glide to those areas. You can see WMGxCloud, you can see Vortex on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, just jumping out of the plane. Imperial is jumping as well. Pain Gaming has made their jump. They have exited the plane right now. Will be popping up their parachutes to land in the optimal area where they want to go with the loot for themselves and all those scenarios. So we'll have to see what happens out with the games and all those things as of now. But then Zia's Esports is Killa. They are going, and Zia's Esports likes to go to Georgepol. So we'll see if they just land out in those areas, if they just sit in those areas, and how far they can just go with it. And DreamxTeam as well. DreamxTeam just landing out of their areas. Might be going to the northern edge of the Rozok area. Just might try and glide to Yasna, Apoliana. But on your screens, as you can see, the players have started their loot, and Imperial for a change is going to Primos this time, and WMGxCloud for a change, 2 players are going to be going to Military Base while the others are going to be going to Ferry Pier. That's something. Well, look at this. The circle has Yasnaya Mansion Prison. Alright, so the plane path was on the left hand side, and the circle is on the right hand side.
Yeah, the circle is going to be on the right-hand side. To be more precise, the northeastern side of the map. And Mansion, Yasna, Shelter, Prison, Rozok, School, Pochinki, Stalba, Kameshki, all those places are going to be pretty secure. And for Angry, they have gone to the Saverny area along with another team. And look at this, the squad of GoodFellows. They were pretty good in their recent performances, but but can they actually have an outstanding one? How many points can they get? I think that is going to be the question that every team, the fans of every team, are going to be asking themselves today, as this is going to be it. The first game of the last day. Every single step you make needs to count. As Ocean said once, every single bullet you shoot needs to do something. It needs to do as much damage as it can. You need to be like the most optimal, the most efficient today, because after this, it's all over. It could be all over. You could be out of the semi-finals and you could not be playing in the finals. So you need to make sure that going into these games, you are calm and collected and focused totally on your opponents. But now, talking about being collected, the squad of GoodFellows is going to be collected, and they are going to be in the Georgia Pole City area, along with a squad of Zeus, who always go to the Georgia Pole containers. So this sort of collision can happen during the rotation if GoodFellows actually go for the early rotations, or if Zeus actually decide to sit around. But on the other side, LordNepal, Jugni is going to catch out one of the players from the side of NOChance, and Kader is going to be taken down. But on the other side, as I was saying, Andromeda and Erangel on towards the Severny area. Famous is there as well, and there is another engagement coming in. But over here, Jugni is going to secure 1 point for his team, as NOChance Kader is going to be finished off. But Erangel going up against Andromeda, another interesting collision.
Each and every area, each and every single point is going to count out there, and that is one thing that's happening. Lord Jugni just moving in, has one kill point for himself, but does not have a helmet and a vest out there. LordNepal's players are going to be in trouble right now, as Toxic has been taken down in the second engagement that's just happening out in this area. So that means LordNepal will have to think of each and every thing that they can do, as NOChance is coming in on the third parties. But GoodBoys are ready for it. Team's Prince just goes down out there, as MT was taking up the fights with them. And look at that, Mao has been taken down, but will be finished by Lord Nikesh, as the kill steal already kicks in. And GoodBoys, they don't lose the fight, but they lost a kill count for themselves, as one kill was given to the other players. Andromeda's Tamim has been taken out as 4 A's. Eugene was going for it, and now they steal the other kill out there. And GoodBoys Casper, he'll be looking really, really good. So Angry versus the fights going out there, as well as Lord and GoodBoys are taking up a fight against NOChance as well. Now NOChance has lost their players. NOChance will be looking to retaliate if anything, and now Lord versus GoodBoy can just keep on happening. Dream Team versus MT, the fight's happening in the Asnaya area. Prince needs a revive, and he needs a revive right now. Saying he knows, and look at this, the buggy moving in, the buggy going in, the player stopped in the wrong direction right now, will be taken down as Negroni goes down. This empty read with his M4 is going to be doing the intense and incredible damage out in this one. That was a wrong decision, sir.
Yeah, that was definitely a wrong decision, and MT is going to get the finish on Dream Team Prince. Negroni is going to be in trouble as well, and Sengi is still going to be left standing. Can he get the revive on his teammate? Mystic is going to be there for cover, but the crossfire that they have set up, it only works if the players from the side of MT actually come charging in, which I don't think they're going to do, since now they know that 2 players have been taken out. Sengi is going to take the cover of the smoke, is going to use the backside of this apartment to get in closer to his teammate, and the revive is going to come in at any given moment. But on the other side, if the revive happens, you need the heals to come in as well. But on the other side, look at this situation wherein LordNepal, so close, so personal, up against the players of GoodBoys, and they did take down one of the players from the side of NOChance as well. So that squad is present in that location as well, but now they need to be careful. But on the other side, Dream Mystic is going to drop one of the players from the side of MT down. It can be risky since Finn is present on the other location as well, but Zatha is going to drop one of the players. Jugni, the man who secured the first kill for his team, and this is a trade-off, as Nikesh is going to take down one of the players from the side of GoodBoys. Can this turn out in their favor? As Dream Team on the other side, they are charging in on the players of MT, one after the other. Finn is going to be finished off. Reed is going to be finished off, and with that, MT is going to be down 2 players already, and Bugatti is going to make sure that Karnik can be saved, as even Karnik has been cornered in that church area. He's going to jump down out in the open, has to be careful that he does not get spotted out, because that's how his teammates died a little while earlier. But GoodBoys lost 1 player, still did manage to convert the fight in their favor, as they drop down the players from the side of LordNepal.
They took down LordNepal and one player from the side of NOChance as well in the fights that were happening out there, and NOChance actually lost their player. So that was just one of the things. And talking about the fights that were happening out there, like MT, they lost 2 players in the early stage. This is the thing that you should be avoiding in the earliest of the stage. I know the teams will be thinking of going YOLO out in the scenarios because this is the last day for some of the teams. But they should be making each and every shot count, if anything. Their rotations, their movements, all those things should be counting out because, see, the factor is like you can have those fights can come up in your favor. You can do 1v4, but at the cost that you lose 3 of your players, that should not be the case. In any way, sense or form out there. Dream Team, the players were looking really, really good out there. And now, NRZ from the team of WMGxCloud, now they are moving in from the area of from those bridge areas to the Milta area right now. The rotations are kicking, the rotations are counting in right now. We'll have to see what happens. And the first airdrop with a little bit of tease out there has M249 alongside the extended quick drop for the snipers, for the bold actions out there, for the DMRs out there. And the airdrop is not to be seen anywhere inside the circle, if I'm not wrong. I don't know where the airdrop is going right now. It might be out in the open area. It's in the school area, sorry. It is in the school area right now. Now they show the icon. It's in the school area, which is really close to GoodBoys, which is really close to from Zeus is coming, and WMG will be out there in poaching. As you can see, Pain on the southern side, and Shelters area is being occupied by Vortex out there. NoChanceTeam and Lipovka, Dream Team players out there. 4 Angry in Kameshki area, so that's a northern split, if anything. And Andromeda with Ragnar right now on the southern edge of 70, on the downside of 70, in the mid area of Yasna and 70 right now. For now, let's see if they go for the fights. And Famous has arrived fairly close to Dream Team right now.
Yeah, Famous, can they take this fight? So, starting from the Severny area, there were 3 teams there already. Andromeda was there as well. They sort of came out with loss of their players. And Dream Team, they are going to be in trouble. But the circle, once again, moves centered around the sort of middle point between Shelter and Rozok. Because it is going to be quite an open circle. Apart from the Shelter compounds that are going to be there, small houses, the mansion area, there's Yas Napoleon, Rozok, and school. So, 4 major locations. Other than that, the center is going to be quite open. But on the other side, Famous actually go in on the players from the side of Dream Team. One guy has been knocked down, and the finish from Marvel is going to come in as he charges on the house, finds the players on the staircase. With the guns come the punches as well, but he needs to be careful as there was one guy right underneath him, and Marvel, I think he has heard the footsteps. The shots are going to come in. The knock is going to be there as well. That's just going to leave Dream Team with 1 man left standing, and I think Famous, now they will go on the hunt down for this last remaining member from the side of Dream Team. And this Yas Napoleon area, as always, is going to be a dead zone for the teams that come in there. But on the other side, WMG Whitey, he needs to be careful. As you saw in the distance in the last couple of frames, there is the squad of GoodFellows coming by.
Yeah, WMG, they are playing with 3-man strategy right now. Will this backfire them? That's going to be one of the questions. They have a tri-bike on the lower side of this area right now for them to just move away from this fight if they just want to go away or anything like that. Famous, once again, on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, just trying to see the areas where the fights previously happened, just sniffing out all the areas from where they can find their opponents, just trying to go and mark the locations from where they see any sort of information, if they have any fights for themselves or something like that. If they go for it, I think they're gonna be really good in any way or form right now. But look at this, Pain is moving really close to Imperial's players, and Imperials, you know, like they like to play the game solos, but then that is not gonna be coming in the equation today. They will have to be with their squad if they want to go for the fights. If the fights just happen out in this one. Weapon is moving in away. From one direction, he has one team. From the other direction, he has the other team. So he takes U-turn from both the directions and will be moving into the other area from where he can find a single of the compound for himself. Maybe just like to stay or something until and unless his backup arrives. But where he is going, there is another squad out there. It's not looking really good for that guy out there. WMGxCloud on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, NZ, Vortex, Mondo, as well as Spider out there, just sitting out in this area, in these compounds, because the circle is going to be out here. 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Second circle is arriving slowly and steadily, but so far, look at this. Already, it's 37 players alive. Already.
A lot of, still, 13 teams, 37 players, so the teams are surviving with those individual players in there, but that is going to be quite tricky, because that is going to mean that all those teams that just have one guy or two guys remaining, they are just going to be hiding. Like, they do not want to engage in these fights, or they do not want to engage in combat. But what is going to happen in this one? As you can see, even though the cluster has already formed towards the middle of Shelter and Rozok, sort of in the triangle of Yasna, Shelter, and Rozok,
yeah.
Even though the cluster is there are not that many fights happening. But look at this. There was one team that we missed out, that that we did not notice was missing during when we were talking about the circle. It was 4 Angry. Right now, they are rotating in from the blue zone. So,
that circle is a wicked one right now. The circle is playing games, and it's playing much more games than the players are right now, because the circle is just going in from one direction to the other, and this is gonna be by far the most I don't know, wicked of the shifts that they can be. Famous Musket charging in, but the players of Imperial have left the zone right now. Kazin from Zeus Esports just trying to spot the players out there, but then he is missing the one that is really close to him. I'm talking about DreamxTeam's Negroni, the guy that's just sitting out there. And Imperial's players, they've had some damage on themselves, but still managing to go out of the area. Now Zeus Esports is inside the circle for now, like they are at the edge of the circle, but then they need to be aware of that one guy. DreamxTeam's Negroni, the guy that's just sitting out there. Kazin still trying to take the shots, still trying to go for the players. Still missing all the shots right now, obviously, because it's a longer range area. He might go for the spray, and right now he's just going for it. Look at that, that's an impressive AKM 4x spray, obviously not hitting anyone right now, but now just switches it to the DMR, the 8 times scope on the Mini 14 was trying to do the work. And GoodBoys on the screens, ladies and gentlemen, fairly close to a squad right now. The squad can take the fight. Pain can take the fight. Pain is really close to them. Pain Black, Uzi, can he spray on the car? I don't think so. He's just letting them go for now. He's like, we'll see you in the next zone.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you in the next zone. And in that one, you are going to be taken down as Killers from Zeus. Okay, so look at this. They are in an interesting position. They are right on the edge of the circle. They did see one of the squads rotate in behind them, but the shots were not fired, as they are right now distracted by the squad of WMGxCloud. Zeus, Kazin from Zeus, with that Mini 14 in his hand, has spotted out the players, but the shots did not hit their mark. Not his, but his teammates can land at least, as Vortex is going to be dropped down to around 50% health. And now Kazin is going to drop down, NIRZ, and the knock is going to come in. But I think the finish is going to be tricky, as the distance is a little bit too much.
Exactly, the distance was out there, and so the thing is, it's that thing. You can knock someone, but then the distance actually, and the fact that they sometimes go to the covers and all those things, that just, you know, that you cannot finish them, and that just gives you much more time to maybe rotate or change a strategy or something like that, as Zatha was trying to do out here as a suppress MK. That's a really good thing. The third airdrop, so first airdrop had the M249, the second one had the MK14, the third one once again has the M249. Look at this, CS Esports moving in forward, and Azad going down. WMGxCloud on a bad situation, as Ably from CS Esports confirms that kill. Now it's 3 players remaining. What's gonna happen? Will Ably go out there? I think he knows the location. He's gonna be popping up a grenade right now. Kazin from the other side, Ably from CS Esports. Killers grenade takes down Spider out in the shack right now. Now it's 2 players remaining. Vortex and Mondo. Will they go down? I think they can, because Mondo is so low on his health right now. Vortex goes down. Mondo on 1 HP. Spoke too soon. That becomes the thing out there. You can see he grenades himself and does not give anyone the kill. He gives the loot though, but then the kill point being saved out in that one, that was more than impressive. Look at this, DreamxTeam's Negroni, the lone survivor out there, was shot upon, was spotted out there, plays on, takes on Famous' Musket out in this one, 4th circle, and now 4 Angry with a Cloud out right next to him, 20 more seconds, and after that, they just need to go for and fight with the circle as well.
Yeah, they need to go in, they need to fight with the circle, as you said. And they are doing that right now. As Sona, he has a lot of heals on him. But if he stays in this cloud, if he stays in here, that's just going to be heals being used for no reason. They need to rotate in. It's just a few steps inside. And Eugene is going to be the first man to take the risk. As Sona is going to come in, but I don't think he's going to make it. I think the knock is going to happen. And yes, he was a little too slow on the heals. He had 5 first aid bullets on him. What was the lad doing? And now the squad of 4 Angry, they are going to be in so much trouble. But on the other side, look at this. Zeus, they are looking to dominate this game. They want the chicken dinner for themselves. As on the other hand, as 4 Angry were going in, Eugene is going to be knocked down. And here we see the last surviving member of Andromeda being surrounded by 2 squads. Famous, the 2 players right by his sides. And they can spot him out if he makes a bad move, and the finish is going to come in just a matter of seconds, as there won't be any revives for him.
Exactly. That's going to be just the reason out there, and WMG just trying to spot the players, and I think they can just go for it. And 4 Angry, Sona just goes down. He has been taken on Whitey with the spray, connecting a few shots, but then missing most of them. Bugatti, in the other hand, takes on 4 Angry's Marco. That will be the exit of 4 Angry out there. You can see 10 teams remaining, 27 players alive right now. eSports, GoodFellows, PayneGaming, GoodBoys, Imperial GG, Watch My GB, MT, Famous, DreamxTeam, Andromeda. That's a lot of names out there, and these are a lot of teams. As you can see, 10 teams alive right now. 4th circle, ladies and gentlemen. 17 minutes and 50 seconds into the game, and we will have to see, because this is not the fight for chicken dinner. These are the matches for top 16. That is all that matters. One more team is going to be trying to join the lobby, join the next server right now, and that's going to be no chance as they exit the stage right now. LordNepal, Andromeda, WMGxCloud, Famous. Susa goes down. They are outside the circle as well. 1 person remaining from Famous. Will they be making a mistake of the early exit out in this one? We will have to find out right now, as one player needs a revive, and they need a revive as quick as it can be given out in this one. Look at the circle. The circle is still in the centralized area, like it can go either way of the river. We will have to see as the zone just comes to an, a touch if it goes to that thing.
Yeah, but Sanhok for Famous is going to be finished by the blue zone, and that is going to be an unfortunate situation. Amara is going to be the last remaining member for the squad, but Undak has the Car 98 with him, is looking to spot the players from inside of empty. And now, since the players are just going to hide in that watch tower, Undak has decided, I won't let you leave. And with that, the blue zone is going to make contact with the play zone, and where is it going to be? Right in the center. Once again on the southeastern side, though, a little bit. The river is going to be involved, though, and that is going to create a tricky situation for the lads that are on the northern side of the island. PayneGaming, Famous, MT, and GoodFellows, as crossing this river is going to be tricky, because look, where the players from WMG, GoodBoys, and Zeus are, they can actually camp out the bridge, they can camp out the river, so that is just going to be brutal for these teams to fight it out, because fighting out just to cross on the other side and fighting out the teams on the back as well, that I think that has to be one of the harshest situations that you can find yourself in. But on the other side, another thing that's going to be even harsher, it's going to be Undak and his K9.
Exactly, Car 98 obviously will be doing a lot of damage out in this one if it just goes on. Look at this, out there Bugatti taking down GoodFellows Robotnik out in this one and finishing him already. GoodFellows are they had numbers advantage, but then it's gonna be a lot of trouble out there. Imperial's Batman goes down, Imperial Punisher goes down. That is looking really bad, as just Weapon will be surviving, but for how long? He is stopping a vehicle in the wrong direction out there. GoodBoys is ready for the fight. And look at this, Dark from eSports, the K9 is trying to do all the damage that they can, and GoodBoy Shark can be taken down in the spray. Just tries to hit, and look at this, one shot, one opportunity, and it just hits its mark right now.
Yeah, that was an amazing
shot.
Another one. What is happening with this guy? He is on point, so precise, and MT Bugatti is not going to be in this one, as MT Kanak is going to be taken down by Ondak as well. The man and his K9. I said this was going to be brutal, but even I did not expect it, as Zeus Esports, as of now, have confirmed 5 kills for themselves. That's just going to be 5 important points coming from their side, and GoodFellows, Onyx is also going to go down, and now on I think Zeus Esports, they have the highest probability to take the victory, get the chicken dinner for themselves, as 6 teams remain, 16 players alive. WMG, even though they have all their players, it's just a 3-man squad, as we said in the early stages, and K's in Mini 14 on point. GoodFellows, Grimmy is not going to stand a chance, and the finish is going to be confirmed by the lad as well. GoodFellows are going to be left with just 2 players. Onyx, he did get a revive, but now they are going to be out in the open on the other side of the river, And I think there is no way that they're making to this side where Zeus is.
Exactly, but right now that EP28 trying to do the damage. It has dished out a lot of damage. 3 kills from that guy, 6 kills from the team out there. That's just more than impressive if anything. WMGxCloud take down DreamxTeam's Negroni and Pain. They are fighting at this area. They need to swim into the other direction as it's just 4 teams remaining. 12 players alive, ladies and gentlemen. Which team is going to be making out on top is going to be one of the questions as Pain is ready for the fight. GoodBoys with a single survivor. They are ready for the fight. Look at this. Look at GoodBoy Zada's location. If no one spots him, he can take players down, and yes, he does. GoodBoy Zada takes one. MK on the reload. They don't know where he is. They have no idea where he is. And can he just go for all the players? No, he does not, as he will be taken down. 3 teams remaining. 10 players are alive. The guys are going to be popping up the smoke grenades out there. Like, he got eliminated, but he took 1 for the team. And that 1 can be the kill factor that just changes everything. And out there's eSports. Will this be ZS's game, or will WMGx just go for a win for themselves? As eSports, they are looking really, really determined. Have 7 kills. How far can the number go? That's going to be the question, as they are just trying to spot each other. But Kazin from eSports goes down as WMGx just takes up a kill. Watch my gameplay. Is looking really, really good in the fight right now, as they are trying to make it inside the circle. 1 player from their side is inside the circle. 1 player from the other team is from the Pain's team is inside the circle, and Kazin needs a revive. On the other hand, each and every player is trying to make their way inside the circle. eSports is outside. They are popping up smokes for themselves, but will that be enough? That's going to be one of the questions. Marga has spotted the players, still not making any shot right now, just trying to lure them inside the circle area, trying to lure them in the most of the open areas if he can, and after that obviously we'll try and go for it. We are 23 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and this can be Pain's fight as they are going for the shots. Hit some shots out there with a lot of damage has been done. 10 HP on the player. Kazin goes down. Kazin has been finished. Killa, he can take the player down. He's going for the spray. Takes him down. Don't stop the spray and finish him, but he will be taken down as well, as the players just spot them, and the kill gets stolen on the other side by Pain's players. Now we'll have to see what's gonna happen, as Erangel will be the lone survivor in this one.
Yeah, Erangel is just going to be left standing, down to 3 teams, 6 players, and Zeus, the team that we all thought is going to get the chicken dinner, is in this one. They are going to be in so much trouble. Erangel, as he's taking so much damage from the side of Pain, he has been cornered out in a really bad situation outside the zone right now, and can he make his way in? I think that is going to be a really big question for the entire team, and that is going to be a big question for him as well, as Erangel is going to be dropped down to 50% health. Can he come out of this alive, as he has to worry about the players from side WMG as well? And look at this, the drop falls right in the front of Marga. He is just gonna have this one for himself.
Now this is like a proper tease. Like we say that airdrop has stuff that's a tease, and now this airdrop is like just a tease, and they are going for it. They are going to be going there. Let's see what loot that they are going to be getting. I mean, obviously level 3 helmet invest, that's one thing that they just picked out there. I think that's a 5.56 that they just picked or something. Yes, because it has an M249. Just pick it already. Pick the M249. Come on, man. That's
like I don't need it for now. It's just like what, 3 guys that I have to finish.
Yeah, but still, go for it. Come on. I mean, but still, we'll have to see what happens. This game was once eSports, but now it looks like Pain Gaming's game, as they have 3 players surviving. Forbit, Marga, and Glack just surviving out in this one. Close, on the other hand, just sitting out there, and they are fairly inside the circle. As you can see, Pain Gaming inside the circle. eSports player need to make their way. They are sitting at the edge of the circle, but will that be enough? A grenade is being popped up. A grenade can change everything, as the grenade goes from coast to coast. Will be doing the damage. I think it was fairly close. It did not do any damage. As of now, Pain Gaming trying to move into the backward area as they are trying to take all the fights. The grenade was out in the smoke, but then there was no one in that smoke cloud. Pain Glack just sitting out there. eSports Kazin going in for the Molotov on one side. Now he has to move in. Has to move in right now, as WMG is taking up a fight with Pain Gaming.
Yeah, WMG taking up a fight with Pain Gaming. Close is going to be taking damage from the blue zone, but he somehow managed to get in there with 70% health on him. But if the shots actually connect, even in the smoke, then the car can be blown up, and there are a lot of possibilities for this player to die. Once again, getting in the car is going to look to close the distance between him and his opponents. But for the time being, people have stopped to worry about that one remaining lad, Erangel from the side of Zeus, and Close is going to be dropped down solo. Glack is going to throw another smoke to cover himself himself. On the other side, Close was just surviving there with 20 health on him.
He has to put up a first aid and is using a first aid right now. The smoke leaves them. The smoke leaves WMGxCloud and Brat right now, so they will be out there in the open. I mean, Zeus Esports player Undak does not need to do anything. He needs to come second, if anything. He can take a 1v3 maybe, but for now, does not need to make any noises inside the circle. And grenades, the throwables are more and more into the equation. And one grenade takes down Close easily as Pain Black. Now, they'll be much more confident, but Brad's grenade takes on Marga as well. Damages Black a bit. Forbid will be surviving, but Brad has been spotted. Brad has been shot at. Brad is on 10 HP. Moves up in the open. The kill confirmation just comes in. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 1v3. 1v3. It's a 1v2 now. As the kill comes to Undak's side. Has 3 kills for himself, 9 for the team. And now he has location. His location has been compromised. He knows the location of his opponents. But can he move inside the circle? 18 more seconds for him to get inside the circle. Pain Black has a full smoke cloud for himself. The smoke cloud just goes away right now. Pain Forbid has it for himself. Pain Black has been shotted at and spotted at. Forbid has to move inside the circle. Forbid was outside the circle, was taking the circle's damage. M4 in the hands of Undak. This is the time that you should be using M249 Forbid. You should have taken that deal when the deal was out there. But now Black and Forbid, 1 versus 2. What's gonna happen? No one's inside the circle. A grenade comes in on the Zeus's side and 1 smoke on Forbid's side. 1 more smoke on the upper area and 1 more player goes down. 1 versus 1. Final 1 versus 1 as Undak moves in. Charging in forward right now. Grenade is out there and the player is moving fairly close. Look at this. One rock surviving them. One rock separating them. A crowd shot comes in. Pain Forward 10 HP. Undak 10 HP. What's gonna happen out in this one? If you go outside the circle, you are dead. And yes, the circle does the job as Zeus Esports exit the stage.
Yeah, it was so close. Undak, he had the health advantage. It might not have been that much, but it was just a 10 health advantage. But still, the advantage was there. That means you need to give out less damage to your opponent in comparison. But one step, literally one misstep.
He was moving left to right, and that circle, that 1 meter is 6 points lost.
Yeah. And those 6 health points are what turned the entire situation around in this game.
6 placement points lost.
Yeah, 6 placement points. And how much was the health damage in the last circle?
That's like 1.
You know the numbers. This man actually remembers every single number in the game.
Yeah, that's like 1.2 times as compared to the previous circle. That's like 1.4 times. So that's like 30 points. It just goes like 25 points every second, right? Yeah, and he had 10 HP, so he was he just had to step out, and that was just the end game.
So, yeah, this is what I was talking about. He knows every single number in the game. And so one misstep, and since he was just sitting at 20 health, the loss is 25. Easy. In an instant, he was just out of this game. And that is going to cost Zeus a lot of points. 6 points to be precise, but they have a lot of kills,
Have a look at the MVP, like the guy who was just doing it for the team. Like, if anything, I think it's going to be Pain Black. And the thing is that he did not even go for the final kill, but still he got it.
Yeah, because he had the most kills for his team. He had 4 kills for himself, 323 damage and 10 kilometers of distance traveled. But on the other side, I want to talk about this as well. Pain Gaming, they had a slow start. Zeus, they had a slow start as well. But one team that was in the top 3, it was WMG. Just 3-man squad making it in the top 3. That was pretty amazing. But on the other side, from the side of Pain, I think the last fight should have ended a lot faster than it did.
I mean, the fact is, even if anything, like Undak took all the kills that he wanted. It was just a 1v1 fight at the end, and he took all the he took the advantage of what WMG did. Watch my gameplay, knocked one player, then they just went out, and he immediately finished that player first. And then the other ones was like he knocked one more, and then he just charged in, but then the smoke was there to change everything out there. So let's just have a look at the game by standing, and let's see where it's gonna be keeping all the teams and everything out in this one, as 6 kills from Pain Gaming side. Those 26 placement points is going to be a crucial one for themselves. Here's Esports on the 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. Watch My Games on the 3rd. GoodBoys on the 4th. MT is going to be out there on the 5th position. DreamxTeam on the 6th. Famous on the 7th. And GoodFellows is going to be ending this one on the 8th position. Moving on, if we have the next set, you can see Imperial GG. Alright, so this is one team that we want to see out there in the top 16, Imperial GG.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see what happens. 4 Angry on the 10th, LordNepal on the 11th, Andromeda on the 12th, WMGxCloud on the 13th, and No Chance is going to be out there on the 14th. So 14 teams arrived, and out of that, WMGxCloud and No Chance were the ones that actually could not engage in the fight alongside Andromeda. But then the placement, position, points, and all those things actually come out there for LordNepal and 4 Angry because they had good amount of kills for themselves.
Yeah, they had a lot of kills for themselves, but once again, an upside, Imperial GG not getting as many points as they wanted for themselves. Even though this game did not have all the teams competing, all 16 weren't there. But still, the level of aggression somehow went up.
Exactly. Imperial ended their game on the 7th position, but then had no kills. So there were 5 placement points for themselves, but then that still puts them in on the 9th spot and all those things. But then we'll have to see like where it puts them in the overall, because we want to see what top 16 is right now. So for after this game, the overall standings, ladies and gentlemen, you know it. No Chance Team, like let's
not talk about that.
Let's just not talk about that. eSports is going to be out there, and eSports obviously they are in a good run right now. Have 2 chicken dinners for themselves. DreamxTeam as well. Exodus, famous. Pain Gaming has had a jump from this one. BlackTeamMGL, they have dropped down. Mysterious has dropped down out there on the 8th position. But then after this, it's going to be 9 to 16, and let's see which teams are going to be out there on the 9 to 16. As Team Gravity has had a drop, Watch My GP has jumped a bit. NoMercy is on the 11th, MT on the 12th, GoodBoys on the 13th. SwankyGaming, alright, so the thing that we were talking about, alright, Swanky, No Chance, and Andromeda on 14, 15, and 16. That's going to be something, and Imperial GG is trying to climb up in the top 16 as well. So that's going to be something. WMGxCloud, 4 Angry, WillSquad, GoodFellows, LordNepal, and Vengeance. So we'll have to see like which teams actually mark up in the top 16, as Imperial still needs to make their mark in that. Like they have 94 points. The team at 16 also has 94 points.
Yeah. The team at 16 also has 94 points, so now the climb is definitely going to come in. But how many games is that going to take? I mean, just 1 point is going to make the difference, but you still need to be careful, as one big mistake can actually cost you, because still there are a lot of teams that if they get those chicken dinner performances going for themselves are going to make it to the final, so that's going to mean that you are going to be pushed down. But with that, let's have a look at the kill leaders as well.
Let's have a look at the person who had 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the kill leaders.
Yeah, not the first two.
Yeah, because that's like 59 and 43. That's a lot of numbers out there. Kaysen on 3rd, like he still has to play. Alright, so let's just see if Kaysen surpasses Chalk on that, because it's like 9 kills difference and 3 games remaining. Let's see if that happens. Team Gravity Sebo is going to be out there on the 4th, and Undak from eSports is out there, is going to be out there on the 5th. DreamxTeam Sengi on the 6th, Extra Exclusively on the 7th, DreamxTeam Sprints on the 8th, and Killa from eSports on the 9th with 22, and Famous is Amara as well on 22. So 26, 24, 24, 22, 22 for all the players from 6 to 10 out in this one. So that's not a bad number if anything, but then it's like if your teams want to come up in top 16, then I mean you need to do really good in the upcoming matches, and that has Sanhok as well.
Yeah, that is going to have Sanhok as well, which is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys don't go anywhere. Keep tuned. Keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Regional Semi-Finals day number 6, and now it's going to be time for game number 2. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma.
And I hope you guys are still staying watching and keeping tuned out there.
Yes.
Because this is going to be the match of Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen. That's the smaller map, but still with the bigger fights out there. And now as the counter is coming to a close, 3 matches.
Yeah.
Just 3 matches with those guns blazing, the fights happening and everything, as we will be jumping out in the match of Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen. In a while, it will be on your screens and you'll be familiar with the playing path out here. As you can see from the camps out there, from one of the camps, that's going to be Bravo to Hatin, Camp Alpha Island, like Paradise, Boot Camp, the big names, the big areas, Khao, Mong Nai, Hatin. Good areas will be out there. Let's see if good fights come to this equation.
Yeah, we have to see if the good fights are going to come in, just like in the last game, wherein even though the game did not have a lot of teams, the game was pretty aggressive and it ended pretty fast. But on this map of Sanhok, as Ocean mentioned, it is a small map. So no matter where the trajectory is, you can always make your way towards your favorite drop location, as Famous have made their way towards Hatin, even though it was quite close to them. So that is not going to matter. But for the other teams, as you can see, Pain, they are moving towards the Kampong area with a split coming in from their side as well. MT has moved past Painan for themselves, and WMGxCloud, even they are moving to the southern direction along with NOChanceTeam. On the other side, WMG, Watch My GP, they have taken control of Paradise Resort for themselves. Zeus have dropped down to the boot camp, and GoodFellows are heading towards the Khao Tat Monk, sort of a split. But on our screens right now, on Query, it's gonna be WMGxCloud with Mondo looking for loots other than the helmet and the bandages and the painkillers that he just found.
Exactly, he's looking for the guns right now, and I think he just found out a UMP out there. AM Abrar on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Andromeda, they are going to an area where they can just find DreamxTeam if they just go to there. I think going to the lower side of Query can be a good decision right now, but I don't think so. They're going to be faced by that thing right now. And on the area of Pine, and you can see GoodBoys versus MT once again. That's going to be happening out here. Like previously it was Yasnaya, and now MT is going to be looking to empty Painan if they go for it, as Finn is actually away from his team, not properly away, but still. And Abrar goes down as Car 98 comes in, and DreamxTeam's Negroni already takes him out in the area of Query. Exactly, that was the thing that we were talking about. Negroni has a Car 98, is going to be using it. Does he have a scope, a good scope? Because he just popped up an incredible shot out there. Monrisic takes on AM Abrar's kill. Has been stolen already, as WMGxCloud was ready for the fight. Negron is still sitting out there with that 3-time scope. 3-time scope being coming into the equation. And as it is trying to take down the fight with the Ragna out here. So Andromeda just might lose it in the earliest stages. And look at this, NZ does not have a helmet, does not have a vest for himself, but still is looking for a fight right now, because he knows that he does not have a helmet and vest, but his teammates, his opponents, they don't even have a gun right now.
Yeah, they don't even have a gun, so how are they going to fight it out? But Andromeda, I think they will have found at least something for themselves to protect them, or at least negate some damage. Not negate, but lessen some damage of the impact. But I think lessening the damage of an M24 is not going to be an easy task.
So DreamxTeam's 2 players, one has a Car 98, the other has an M24, and this is the map of Sanhok.
Yeah.
That's a new strategy.
That's a new strategy, but still, the snipers actually dish out a lot of damage, so that can work out in their favor.
In the initial circles, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, in the initial circles, it can work out in their favor. In the later game stages also, it can actually be their game as well. But on the other side, WMGxCloud, they are going to come in contact with Ragnar, as the M4 and the 3X is going to make contact. Some of the shots actually connect on Mondo. He's cooking up the nade, knows the location, and the nade, if it lands perfectly, can dish out some damage. It did land, but a little bit of the distance was there.
The second one.
Yeah, the second one can act. Ooh, it lands a bit short. And Ragnar is going to be happy about that one, because he only had one first aid, which had been used, but Vortex is going to catch him off guard, and the knock is going to come in as well. And I think since the distance between him and his teammates was a little bit too much, the finish is going to be there as well. And as I say that, there was the finish.
Tamim is a lone survivor out now in this one from Andromeda's side. 49 players surviving, and Tamim, will Andromeda be the first team to be eliminated on this one? MT Reed is still going to be surviving with all the players of MT as GoodBoys were out there, but then GoodBoys are on the other side now. They've done their rotation in an easier way, the way that it was needed for an MT squad. Will be just sitting out there at the edge of the circle, if anything, and the circle is going to be shrinking out in the next 1 minute and 18 seconds for now. WMGxCloud still sitting out in that area alongside Andromeda's Tamim, and we'll have to see like what happens as the fights are going to be happening. And look at this is the circle. Boot Camp, Paradise Resort, Cow, Hearth, in good areas, good names are going to be still out there. But what next? Because circle, you know, sometimes it goes for the shifts, and if it just goes for the shifts, that's just gonna change a lot of things.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna change a lot of things. But can the team survive these changes? Can they adapt to these changes? As Kaizen from Zeus is gonna come in contact with the players from the side of LordNepal. His teammates are coming in for the cover as well. But now he has to wait this one out. He has to delay this fight for as long as he can for his teammates to be here. The nade being thrown is actually going to help him do that. The Molotov as well. He can look to flush out the players if this lands perfectly, but it landed a bit short in front of the rock, so it's not going to do that much. As Toxic did pop up a boost for himself, and the smoke was thrown. The flank is going to come in around the smoke. Players from the side of Zeus, they are fighting it out. Kaizen, he has been spotted. The damage is going to come in from the AK as well, but he is going to be dropped down to 40% health. But the two players charging in 2 versus 1 situation, and they knock him out. Toxic is going to be taken down. Lords, they are going to be in trouble as Jagni is going to be taken down by Killer, and that is just this team fighting to an amazing potential. They were starting out at a disadvantage as Kaizen was dropped low, but still they somehow managed to clutch out the situation in their favor. The finish on Jagni is also going to be there. But now, Lords Nikesh, can he survive this one? He's going to be engaged in from both directions, and I think we have the answer as LordNepal is going to be the first team to exit the game now.
They exited the game, and in between the fight, we saw that there was an airdrop, and the airdrop had a Groza, which is going to be really effective for Sanhok's fights, if anything, and we'll have to see if the fights just happen. And Zeus Esports, all right, talk about this team. This team almost had a chicken in the previous game,
yeah,
and they'll be looking, they'll be setting their eyes in this game. That they'll be like, all right, second position in the previous game. This time, let's just go for the first position, if anything. And I think they can go for it. They have the potential. It's just if you know. The things don't change against their pace, because they are looking like a well-composed and calm team right now. They're on the second position, obviously, in the overall standings, so they don't need to worry about anything or something. And look at this, Pain Gaming just moving in forward, and where they are moving, like quite a while far. It's going to be Andromeda's lone survivor, AM Tamim, who will be just sitting out there. He has to play a super passive game right now, because if he just goes down, that's going to be the end of a team as well. And look at that. Close has been spotted by GF Grimmy right now, who is just trying to see an optimal location from where he can land the spray. And the spray should not just, you know, lose its focus, if anything. And Close is just going to be out there. WMG, the team that has had a chicken in the previous game. Can they not just go? I mean, they're out in the top 3. Can they just make it out for the chicken? Because this is going to be the thing for the teams out there. The teams that were in the top 3 or top 4 will be hoping for a top finish in this one if they just go for it.
Yeah, the top finish is going to be something that the teams are definitely going to be looking for in WMGxCloud. After the last game, after getting so close to having the chicken dinner for themselves, I think even they are going to be focusing on that one, and even with more passion as the players from the side of Famous, we see them. So this also at one point used to be a really dominating squad. They are going to come in contact with the players from the side of 4 Angry, as Susog is going to ram his scooter into the tree, has the barrel in hand, and the players from the side of 4 Angry are going to be spotted out as Marvel is going to get a knock on Eugene, and the finish is going to come in so fast. Sisong was closing in on their direction as well, but Famous, they are going to be in a troublesome situation as they were fighting from the bridge, from those open areas, and on the other side, 4 Angry, they had the cover, but still, the cover did not come for much as Marco is going to be spotted out. So Sisong has been dropped down to 50% health, and Marvel is going to come charging in. Is the knock going to come in? No, he drops down both the players to 50% health, and the third one is coming in as well, but Marco, oh, he survives with the Magic Pixel. He needs to heal up. He needs to heal up now. His helmet has been dropped down to 50% health. His armor is still pretty healthy, but still, that was so lucky for Marco. Sona, he needs to run in, and 4Angry need to rethink their strategy as they started the game with a 3-man squad and one has been taken down already. So this is going to be a 2 versus 4 situation.
Yeah, exactly. The 2 versus 4 situation. So the thing is, so many teams are starting their day with 3-man squad, if anything, and the teams will already be on a disadvantage scale because it's like 3-man squad. And they lose one, it will be a 2-man squad. So first, if they are going for a 4-man against a 4-man squad, it's already a numbers disadvantage. And after that, if they just lose one player, that's like a team falling short on its own. If they pick up a fight and they win, that's going to be like a miracle if that happens. But on the other hand, it's going to be the numbers game that is counting in the final days of the game. And the second airdrop on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, will be having an AUG, level 3 stuff, and a full medkit if anything. Now the circle is coming, and the circle's commencing in slowly and steadily, and the circle is going to be leaving the areas of the water, and now the circle will be having a full land to play with.
Yeah, the circle will definitely have the full land to play with, but look at this. No Chance is going to have an advantage for the rotation just because they are the only team right now on the Camp Alpha Island. And I think that is going to put them in a really good situation for themselves. On the other side, there is a huge cluster on the western side of Paradise Resort. So that is going to be an open area. Team, if they can, one team that can get the control of Paradise Resort right now, I think is going to be sitting at a massive advantage for a little while. But we have to see who is that going to be. Which team is going to make sure that they have control of that big area that's going to provide with so much cover for, I think, the next circle as well. But for now, looking at the players from the side of Pain Gaming, we see the players of GoodBoys in the distance. There was another team on their western side, on their left-hand side. But Pain, they are being careful. Look at this, scouting the huts on the low ground, just being careful and trying to see if there are any teams or any players present in there before they decide to move in.
Yeah, the movement, that's going to be a crucial one right now. As you can see, like the Esports team is going in. And I want to see this fight. I want to see this fight happening. Dream Team versus Zeus Esports, because these teams have had incredible name, and you know it. Zeus and Dream Team have fought a lot of times, and Zeus have always emerged victorious in their fights. Zeus has emerged victorious in Team Gravity's fights, and also, and look at this. Zeus Esports players, they were trying to spot 4Angry players, and they were just walking out in the open without anything. That was just on the crosshairs. And what Zeus Esports players are doing? Yes, they are popping out the players, and one player just takes one down, and the other one makes no mistake in finishing them. Kill out from Zeus Esports has 2 kills for himself, and Zeus Esports overall has 4 for the team, for their name right now. And can they or cannot just increase this number is going to be one of the questions as 4Angry. Now they are left with 1 player, and they are fairly close to empty squad right now. Not like properly close, but still in the proximity that if someone just misfires a bullet, it can just make out a crate. And 4Angry is on the verge of extinction right now.
Yeah, no one knows where it's going to come in from. And Marco, once again, the only man surviving for the side of 4Angry. So he needs to be really careful as he's going to close in on the players of Watch My GP. I think he spotted someone and he decided, all right, I need to step back a little bit. Do not want to get spotted in this situation. Definitely do not want to get wiped out over here. As Marco's helmet was sitting at a 50% health since the last engagement. But on the other side, so look at this. There is the live standings as well on the graphic on the right-hand side of the screen. And Zeus Esports right now, the difference is pretty massive, but in the top 10, so there is going to be that one massive difference, small difference, then another massive jump coming in. But in the meanwhile, 4Angry is going to be finished off as Marco, the last surviving member, is going to be taken out of this game, and we are going to be down to 12 teams now.
Famous, they were in the bad spot as one of the players were taken down. And look at this, with the grenade. Can the grenade title just come in as NCHL was out there, but then he was on the other side as the grenade was being popped up. Now they have level 3 stuff for themselves, they have level 3 backpack for themselves, but then they did not pick up the gun out from that one. Andromeda gets eliminated as well, as Tamim was a lone survivor. Now it's down to 11 teams. There is 42 players alive as of now. And look at this, GoodFellows. fairly close to no chance as of now, as one player, Grimmy, will be out there. Grenade comes in. Grenade does a lot of damage on Mao. And one more throwable. There it is. First aid being popped up, and first aid actually gets popped up much before the grenade just comes in. Famous Mars is sitting out there, and they are going to be taking a kill for themselves. No, the kill does not come to their side. Yes, it does, alright. So no chances. They are losing one more player. So Kada has been lost, and one more player just went down with a grenade right now. Jal has to move in. Jal will be the lone survivor, or will this be the next team to get eliminated, as Remy is taking up a charge for the fight, and he will be finishing what he started. That's by forming a crate out for his team right now. Now it's just the last player, the lone survivor. No chances. Jal, will it be his game? Famous from one side, GoodFellows from the other. Which team is gonna take this kill? That is the question, because we know, if anything, No Chance can just might get eliminated on this one, and Famous Marvel actually gets this kill.
Yeah, it's gonna be confirmed, and another elimination is gonna be there as we drop down to 10 teams, 38 players still alive. And GoodFellows right now sitting with all 4. MD is gonna be sitting with all 4, as Finn with his Car 98 is gonna look to take out, is gonna look for information around these compounds for himself. But now, once again, since the circle is going to come in another 24 seconds, the movements need to be planned out. On the other side, Zeus once again in an engagement from the players off. Watch my GB. They do get a knock, but can the finish be confirmed? I think it can, since the players from side of WMG, they were out in the open. But look at this, GoodFellows and Famous up against each other. The nade was thrown, the damage was there, but trying to land the shots from underneath the hut. It might have worked out, but Grimmy, he is standing on the other side. And this is going to be quite tricky. I think the utilities are going to be the most important thing. But going for the flank, Mesquite needs to be careful, as 2 other players are going to be present in that direction. And Grimmy is going to be knocked down, as Mesquite, with an amazing peek, is going to spot the lad and fire those shots in his face.
Easy and incredible spray just coming out. The Empty Karnik has taken damage. Imperial's Batman, as well as Bugatti, was taking the fight from Empty's side out there, and close from WMG just goes down as Zeus Esports. The teams that was second and third in the previous game are also taking up a fight in this one. Famous, on the other hand, trying to take the fight with GoodFellows. As you can see, Susok moving in. This flank can change everything. This flank can be $1 million flank for them, as one more player just goes down. Shbotnik has been taken on by Famous Marvin. Musket has taken on one player. That's going to be Onyx. Onyx will be finished up out in this one. One person remaining from GoodFellows side, and he will have to run away. If anything, I don't think so they don't want to run, but if they don't, the squad will be taken down, and GoodFellows mark their exit out on the 10th position.
Yeah, GoodFellows. Also, the engagement by the side of Famous, that was pretty amazing. But can they move forward, or how far can they move forward? I think that is going to be a more precise question, as getting the chicken dinner for them, it's going to be pretty important. Pretty much securing their spot in the finals already, but now, are they gonna get the chicken dinner in this one? The last game, they missed out on the opportunity, but this is once again going to be a fresh start. So moving forward, Imperials, look at this. They are going to be in the blue zone right now, and that is going to be some trouble for them, as this is going to be the fourth one coming in next.
Yeah, like the 4th circle is going to be coming in really soon. Imperial, like just like you said, so they have 2 players, and the circle's damage is going to be increasing slowly and steadily out in the nick of time right now. We'll have to see what happens out in this one, but as you can see, Negroni, he started the fights with a K9. He still has a K9 for himself, and can he utilize this as he is trying to take the players out there? Has a level 1 helmet, level 1 vest, and level 1 backpack so far, and is still trying to seek all the fights if we can go for it. And we'll have to see if the fights just come in his favor, because as of now, I don't think so. As of now, we don't know if it just goes out in this one or not. And look at this. The players are going down. Spider's out there. Spider, the spot 1 player. Weapon has been taken down right now. Imperial GG with just 1 player surviving. And 1 player is really close to the other players. As Punisher is the lone survivor. Spots one, but does not, cannot, and will not do any damage right now, because the players are behind that rock. As of now, NRZ is going to go for a longer rotation for the other players to be out there, and 15 more seconds, and after this, So far, you can be a snake, but 10 more seconds now, you have to rush in. You have to move in because the circle is going to be out there. Has 2 first hits for himself. Spot Spider. Spider is moving out there. Weapon has been taken down by Vortex with that M4, but now it's down to Punisher right now. The circle is moving in. The circle is going in. Punisher cannot go right now, cannot reveal his location. If anything, now he goes for it. Now he's moving for it. Imperial GG, the player Punisher, was outside the circle, but now not anymore. Empty Finn on the screens, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, he's just trying to go for the Car 98 shots. The 6-time scope out with him on the area, and Imperial's Punisher still outside the circle, taking that circle's fight if he can. 170 plus meters is the distance that he has to get inside the circle. Now he is away from the blue zone, but will be out in the open. Does not have any time to pop up a bandage or anything right now, so that is gonna slow down his speed. So he has to just move away as much as he can. Famous Amara goes down as ZS Esports. They are taking up a fight against Famous right now.
Yeah, the fight is going to start, but look at this. Imperials with just 1 player surviving. Punisher, even he was dropped low. But Zeus and Famous, 2 really good squads. And the nade from Killer is going to drop down Marvel down to around 10% health. And the entire squad of Famous is going to jump down in the water, which is going to be unadvisable for them. But on the other side, Pain Gaming, they're going to start dropping bodies on the floor as GoodBoys are going to be in a lot of trouble now. So their players have been taken down. The knocks did come in, but can the finishes be there as well? I think that's going to be the question. For the meantime, in the meanwhile, the players from side of Famous, they somehow survive, and I think Killer still expects them to be there, but in the water, if this nade, I don't think it's going to land anywhere. He thought that the players were down on the other side of the cliff, but they have gone down in the water. But on the meanwhile, look at this. Empty Karnik is looking to spot some of the players in the far off distance, and the shots, if they connect, is going to put out the team in so much trouble. But Fade, oh no, Undak, that was an amazing jump shot, and Amara is just going to be taken down from that one. Famous is going to be in some trouble, but look at this. 3 squads in the blue zone right now. Zeus Esports, one of them is going to be finished off. Imperial take an exit, but Pain Glack is going to make sure that he gets a knock. Oh, his teammate was knocked down as the players from the side of GoodBoys. They charged in, and Pain Glack somehow managed to survive with like 5 health on him. And the first aid needs to come in now before the flank comes in from the players from the side of GoodBoys. The first aid is definitely going to come in. The revive on Forbid needs to come in now. But before that, the nade is going to be cooked. And if this lands perfectly close to the 3, the knock is going to happen. And the knock comes in. But oh, that was so perfect. As soon as the nade landed, Scourge was revived and he jumped away to a safer distance. But now Forbid is going to be revived as well. The kills are going to be confirmed. Scourge is going to be in some trouble now, since this is going to be a 2 versus 1 situation. Casper is standing behind the rock, giving away the information. Another nade being thrown by Glack. Is this going to land perfectly? So close yet so far away. But Scourge, he needs to be careful as the blue zone damage is also coming in. He has 3 first aids. Make that 2. And as he's applying the bandages right now, can he fight his way? Can he brute force his way out of this one? But as he tries to run away, Glack is going to be like, you what, mate? And the finish from Pain is going to be there as GoodBoys take the exit.
But out, as you can see, Empty is looking ready for the fight. But on the other hand, Empty Karnik goes on as Famous was also out there. Famous, you cannot just think that this team will be out of the equation anytime soon right now. ZS Esports and Famous, 2 big names still surviving. DreamxTeam's Negroni goes down out there as Vortex goes for his spray. Bugatti takes on Famous Mesquite. Famous might be in a bit of trouble as Empty is going for the fights right now. Famous Susok, he has information. He knows the player where they are. Pain Forbid goes down. Famous Marvel will be on the domination right now, exactly going for the 3 kills for himself and the team. Famous Mesquite has been taken down as Bugatti was ready for the finishes out there, and Circle, it's going to leave boot camp in anytime soon right now, and when it does, it's going to be a different scenario after this. Famous Susok has spotted the players from ZS Esports. ZS Esports is out in the open. That can be a troublesome thing for ZS Esports players, but much more troublesome as Famous has to move outside this area to get inside the circle. 80 more meters and 20 more seconds. Which thing is going to come in first? That's going to be one of the questions. Susok has to move in. Famous has lost 2 players and 2 more players surviving out there. Empty with all the 4 players surviving. ZS Esports with all the players surviving. And look at Kazan's location. He is at a really good spot right now, and the players are still trying to spot the players, and now Famous is moving in. Famous is moving outside the area. Kazan is out there. The smokes are in. The smokes are out there. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3rd shot goes for it, and it actually takes the player down out there, leaving them to 3 3-man squad right now. Like for the next player actually needs a revive, but Undark from Zeus Esports M24 comes in. Just one player, Famous, surviving outside the circle right now, and Susok, it will be a matter of time before he just goes away from the fights and he just goes out, and the kill being taken, the kill being confirmed. That's gonna be the end of Famous and Pain Gaming in itself. As you can see on the rampage is the guy Undark from Zeus Esports. Will this be Zeus Esports' game? The numbers advantage not in their favor anymore, like each and every team. Alright, 4 teams remaining and 16 players surviving. Every team, it's a squad versus squad versus squad versus squad scenario. That is more than incredible. For the first time I'm watching something like this.
Yeah, a 4-4 roster remaining, and I think look at these odds. 25, 25, 25, 25 for all these
Anyone
teams,
can
but
win.
Players are falling left and right as well, as Ably from the side of Zeus is going to be knocked down, and the revive needs to come in. The smoke is going to be popped for the cover, but can this revive happen since it's out in the open, and the spam shots can collect as well? An empty read is going to drop down. Killer from Zeus as well. So Zeus, 2 players down. They're going to be in so much trouble, but now Empty is going to be in trouble as WMGxCloud climb in on them from behind. The kill is going to be stolen, as Killer's kill is going to be confirmed by the players from the side of DreamxTeam, but that gave away the information for the side of DreamxTeam as well, as their 2 players were knocked down by Killers. So we were talking about the odds being even, but these squads are fighting amongst themselves like it's a free-for-all battle royale, sort of a deathmatch, team deathmatch situation going in with 4 different teams playing this game. But what is happening over here as WMGxCloud, they are going to be in so much trouble as DreamxTeam, they just dive right in. Prince, the last man standing, is going to be the reason that the squad is going to be wiped out, but he was taking shots from behind, and Killers from Zeus, they are running towards this direction. The revive needs to come in. He needs to heal up. That's going to be so much trouble, but Zeus, they start focusing on the squad of Empty. That's just going to be a bad distraction. You need to go in and finish DreamxTeam now that you have this opportunity. Kaizen, you're so close. Still focusing on Empty. Bugatti is going to be taken down. Reed is going to be taken down, and Empty is going to be finished off. Down to top teams. DreamxTeam, just 1 player left standing. The zone is coming in. The zone is doing damage to the players from the side of Zeus as well, and the knocks are going to be there as well. Can the revives come in time? As Prince, this Molotov being thrown, it can burn these players alive. Prince is taking so much damage right now. I know this man is going to burn and die, and that is exactly what is going to happen as Zeus, once again, an amazing performance coming in from this team, but this time it's going to be a chicken dinner.
And 17 kills for the team, and this was more than any impressive gameplay that you can just expect from this. So the team at the first, that's NOChanceTeam, they are dominating, and the team at second, they are also going to be dominating out in this one as Zeus Esports just with those 37 points that they just got. And look at this. I think it was a good decision for them to actually take up a fight with those players in the boot camp first, because then the circle was not in the direction of DreamxTeam, and they were just in just one corner. And how do you kill people in the corner?
Yeah,
you don't kill them.
Yeah. You burn them alive. You burn them alive.
That was a burn out there, kind of thing.
That was a literal burn. But let's have a look at the MVP for the game as well and see who is that going to be from the side of Zeus. It's going to be Undark with 7 kills, 730 damage, and 4.93 kilometers traveled, and 24 minutes, 39 seconds of survival time.
Yeah, and like almost 5 kilometers traveled and 7 kills. All right, so these 7 kills, mark it out here as Undark. He has like the numbers advantage. So if anything, like if we'll be talking about the kill leaders and all, they're going to be players, like not all, but we can expect 3 players from Zeus Esports' side, almost like that kind of scenario. So that will be one of the things. But what Undark has done, what Kaizen has done, what Ably has done, what Killa has done is that if not like all the players did not survive till the end, but when they survived, they survived for good. They knew how to take the fight from all the areas and actually got the chicken dinner. So we know who is the first. But then let's have a look at the game standings to see who was out there on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th until the 14th placement point out there. So Zeus Esports was out there on the 1st, DreamxTeam on the 2nd, Famous on the 3rd, Empty on the 4th, WMGxCloud on the 5th, Pain Gaming on the 6th, and GoodBoys on the 7th, and Imperial GG. This team kind of needs to step up. Yeah,
Imperial GG, they need to step up, and not kind of, they need to step up big.
Yeah.
And look at this, the difference from the 1st and the 2nd position, 37, and then there's a massive drop down to 19 points.
18 points difference.
But moving on to the next set of teams as well, let's watch that over there. Watch My GP on the 9th, just 4 points. GoodFellows on the 10th, No Chance on the 11th, Andromeda on the 12th, Erangel on the 13th, and LordNepal on the 14th position. So even LordNepal and Erangel are not having a good day today. But on the other side, as you said, Imperial GG, I keep expecting them to perform the same way that they did in the group stages.
Yeah, the thing is, we still, like, we'll see overall standings and we still need to see, like, are they in the top 16 or something out there. So let's just have a look at the overall standings and let's see where Imperial GG will be out in this one.
So ignoring the first,
and
Zeus
the second,
Esports,
the second as well, because that's like 46 points difference out there.
So might as well ignore the third as well for now.
Alright, so top 3 are the same, ladies and gentlemen. You can just see out there. Famous on the 4th, Exodus on the 5th. Pain Gaming, BlackTeamMGL, and Mysterious 6th, 7th, and 8th. So look at the difference. Like, still, it's like 339, 140. But then look at this thing. Pain Gaming on 153. And Black Team and Mysterious, they've had their all share of games, 141, 140. And so from 9th position, alright, so Imperial GG this time, they are in top 15, but they need to maintain this one, if anything.
They need to maintain this one, and I think one chicken dinner performance or at least a 1 second place finish with like 4 or 5 kills is going to make sure that they are higher up in the standings. Because look at this. NoMercy is sitting at 118 points on the 12th position, and they are done with their games. So if Imperial GG can get those 20 points for themselves, they are already moving pretty much up. But if they get a second place finish, that is also going to push them up as well. So 1 second place finish for them is actually going to do wonders. But can they do that? Early exits is what they need to worry about. They do not want them for themselves. But moving on to the last set of standings, SwankyGaming done with their games already.
They started their day on 13th position.
Yeah, now on the 17th. They are out of it.
Now they are out of it. It is 98 points for the 16th position.
Yeah.
And so Andromeda, like, I know they still have a chance. 4 Angry can have a chance, but Andromeda is just 3 points away. No doubt, like the team that's at 16, they'll still be, trying to go for a much more placement points. But Andromeda, it's like not all hope is lost because 2 games are still there.
Yeah, 2 games are still remaining, but those are going to happen when we come back from a short break. So until then, you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Region Semi-Finals day number 6, where teams from Group B and C are about to head into the third game that's going to be played on Miramar. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma.
Yep, and Miramar's game. So this is going to be like the final Miramar game that will be out there for wildcard semi-finals. We have had a lot of good Miramars, a lot of bad Miramars for some teams, for the other teams in all those scenarios. But now this is that the final deciding factor for the teams, the final Miramar factor for the final sniper battles and all those, the DMR battles that there will be. Obviously, there's an Erangel after this, so that's going to be something. But from here, it's going to be like one thing. The team that just does the worst job, final match will be like, don't think about it, just go with anything that you have.
Yeah, just go with anything that you have, and this game is definitely going to be the setup to that last game. Because if teams like Imperial GG, if teams that are below Andromeda as well, if teams that are going to be on the lower part of the 16, somewhere around the 16th position, and they are going to be playing, they will be looking to make that final push, earn that few extra points in this game as well. So the next game is going to be a little bit easier for them. So with that, let's just head on to the lands of Miramar and see how the plane trajectory is going to be located.
Alright, La Cobrera, Los Eagles, Chumasera, Mont Nuevo, El Pozo, Greater Fields, Water Treatment, Hacienda, San Martin, Picado, Graveyard, Power Grid, Los Nueves. If you want to, you can go to that area. Well, as well. As you can see, the players have started dropping. It's going to be, you can see a Spider is dropping alongside team to the areas of Tore Amuda.
Yeah.
If anything. Imperial is going to go to water treatment-ish areas, Hacienda and all those areas. LordNepal is going to go to San Martin area. So quite a few early engagements we might just see out in these areas. Andromeda, alright, so Andromeda needs to step up, and they need to step up big time. 4 more points needed. But 4 points does not confirm their top 16, as the teams that are on the upward area, they'll also be, trying to widen that gap, if anything, out in those scenarios of the points table.
Yeah, it is going to be looking to widen the gap, exactly as you said. But look at this, GoodFellows taking the exit on the southern part of the map. Where are they going to go? Because it has been sort of a weird situation wherein we do see teams sort of drop down, find a vehicle, and then head over to the Los Higos and Minas del Sur's islands. But this time, no one is going to be there. But Dream Team, they have taken an exit towards Minas del Valle, and GoodFellows, they are looking to head towards Los Leones. But the circle is going to be on the northeastern side, with a lot of the central part of the map being in there. So Junkyard, Picado, Power Grid on the northern side, Tore Amuda, Cruz del Valle, El Hazar, they are going to be available. Impala is going to be one of the cities inside the zone right now, and the northern part of, that's like an 80% part of Los Leones, that is also going to be covered by the zone. But we still have to see, can teams take advantage of the situation, as in the early game stages, MT is going to come in contact with LordNepal. LordNepal, they have been quite unlucky today, as in both the games that they played on Erangel and on Sanhok, they had early exits.
Exactly.
And this time we have to see, can they take on MT? Do they have the guns to take on MT? As in the meanwhile, MT, they did get another knock for themselves.
They got the knocks out in this one, and the earliest of the fights that are things that are happening out here. And MT, I mean, they are in a good spot, but then they need to, just have that one game. Obviously, if you have a chicken in one of the games, it's just gonna, promise you a fact that you can have the other game bad, and you can still not worry about it. Otherwise, for the teams, till final game, there will be a lot of pressure, a lot of tension for yourself to outperform the other teams or the players and all those things. Lord Nikesh with that Uzi and a shotgun in his hands. Obviously, both the guns are like Uzi is nowadays, it's kind of good at the mid-range as well, but both the guns are going to be like extremely close-range guns or something. LordNepal's players, Nikesh and Toxic is going to be sitting out in one area, while the other player is going to be on the other one. Toxic takes down one player, easily out with the Uzi, is trying to spot the second one. The second one is going to be out there, and Empty Reed going for the cover fires, if anything. The shots are coming in. Lord Toxic takes down 2 from his bank right now, will be destined to finish, and look at this. Now the game has turned its tables.
Yeah.
Previously, LordNepal's players were taken down, but now the game is in their hands right now. As empty is 2-man strong only. Previously, it was 4-man strong. 2 men just went out. Now it's 2-man strong team. What's gonna happen? As LordNepal will be looking for the fights right now. As Nikesh, he is going down. There's a player out there. Uzi in his hands. The spray comes in and takes down one for him as well. Now empty will be left with just one solo survivor. Will it be a squad wipe? Or will it be just the end game as they spot the player? The player is out there and Finn just takes one player down. Empty Finn is looking for the fight, but not anymore as Empty empties the stage out in this one.
Yeah, Empty is going to be the first team taken out. And it was the same mistake that we always talk about. Never give isolated 1v1s.
Yeah.
That is just you sort of turning the odds that are in your favor and making them even for everyone involved in the fight. If you have the man advantage on your side, it's better to charge in with the numbers on your side. But we have to see, are these two teams going to make the same mistake, or do they have anything better or any better strategies? As Famous and Watch My GP WMG, they are going to be in these compounds right next to them. Marvel is going to be quite split apart from the C team, but on the other side, WMG Whitey is going to be split up from his team as well, and he can be isolated and taken out at any given moment. But that is going to happen if the side of Famous actually spot him out. But on the other side, let's talk about this as well.
Yeah,
Batman.
The player that always just likes to play the game in his ways, in his formats, and that's what he is going for probably today in this one as well. We'll have to see what happens out when the games will be for him. Obviously, the team lost one of the games, and we'll have to see like if they can just go for the other games for themselves, because Batman, he goes good, and in the previous games, if I remember correctly, he was not there in the previous game. He was not alive. He was not actually present or something out in the previous games. But then can he just change everything for himself? That's going to be one of the questions. Is Imperial GG. You know what, this means a lot for them. They are at, what, 14th position right now?
Yeah.
And they need to, 14th or 15th, and they need to stay strong till the end of the day. So let's see if they just win this one or not.
I think if Imperial GG, they play their cards right, they are going to be inside and making their way towards the finals. But on the other side, another interesting thing that's happening right now, it's going to be that WMGxCloud, they have sort of split up between Torre... Amuda and the southern side of Campo Militar. Inside the zone, though, one of the players, only Vortex, is outside the circle right now. But if they do not regroup, they can be caught out during the rotations. But as Batman was running, so that was quite a risky decision, because he was running from water treatment all the way towards Hacienda del Patron. And that is a big distance that you need to cover, and he covered that on foot as well. He's looking to regroup with his team, who are present in Hacienda right now.
Yeah.
But on the other side, look at this. Whitey with the Uzi is looking to spot the players from the side of Famous, and he is hiding behind the dumpster right now. So he needs to be careful, as since the players of Famous, they have the distance on their side, they can spot out and take out these players from the side of WMG. But WMG being really, really careful, they'll be like, we do not want to fight right now, prioritizing their position more than the kills. They are just going to get away and disengage from this entire situation.
Yeah, he was trying to spot the players with Uzi, but the fact is Uzi does not have a scope yet.
Yeah.
So
in the next update.
the update is here.
I mean, it is here.
Yeah, and after this, obviously, if anything, they might see it sometime soon. But then look at this. The circle is going to be out here, and the circle has a good area of land mass, a land chunk in itself.
Yeah.
The northern side, Cruz de Valle, no one's out there. Impala, no one's out there. To my surprise, Lost Learners, like GoodFellows is out there, but they're still outside Lost Learners. So Lost Learners is also kind of empty out in this one.
Yeah, it is going to be out of empty. And look at this. Dream Team, they're outside of the circle. No Chance is going to be outside of the circle. But since Miramar is a big map, the rotations are going to be pretty easy for them as well. Zeus is also outside, but even they are going to have an easier way inside the first circle, as the blue zone slowly and steadily, the first blue zone is coming in, and it's going to make contact with the play zone at any given second, any given minute. But that is going to take a while. And since, another thing, we know this map, it's the map of the snipers, it's the map of the DMRs. So if the teams can find those specific weapons for themselves, that is also going to be a good thing. And even in those rotations, if someone with a sniper, with someone with an M24, someone with a Kar 98 actually manages to take you down even while you're rotating, that is going to be a bad decision. But look at this. The van was about to rotate, but somehow they managed to keep it under control.
Yeah, like they are good drivers, if anything.
Yeah.
Out here in this one. We'll have to see what happens. The fights are going to be happening as of now, just one squad got eliminated. And other than that, I think the second squad can just be eliminated out here. Zeus Esports, you're fighting Zeus Esports Andromeda. That is a bad decision in itself. As you know now just one player survives, and this time again it's going to be Tamim, if anything, and he will be surviving as a Lone Ranger. This was a bad decision by Andromeda. They need those placement points. They cannot manage. They cannot manage to have, they should not be having a bad game at this stage. This is the second last game for the day, second last game for the semi-finals for themselves. And then, well, coming back to the fights, you can see a Groza, level 3 sub, and an extended quick draw mag of AR, and 1 more minute, 1 minute and 10 seconds for the next circle to just come in. So 10 minutes into the game, and as of now, it's just one squad, Y45 players still surviving.
Okay, so what confuses me in that situation was that Zeus Esports, they were on the high ground. So Andromeda, the players coming in the vehicle, they should have spotted out those players, at least 1 or 2 guys from the side of Zeus. And they still chose to charge in. And it was too late when they got close, and Undak, just one man getting 2 knocks for his team, and was able to confirm the kills as well. So that, as you said, it was a bad decision. They should have rotated out and prioritized getting inside the circle. But look at this, Imperial, Pain, GNBGN. He could be in a tough situation. The players from the side of Imperials, they are present in the compound as well. 2 players in there right now, but the other 2 players are coming in as well. And Pain, if that player is isolated, as we can see, he's going to be in so much trouble. He can be sandwiched. He can be finished off if he gets spotted out. But Punisher, did you spot the man out, or are you going to be taken down as well? I think the spotting... Ooh! That timing, that was so unfortunate. But I think now the information is going to be there.
Exactly, it's going to be out there, and you can see Punisher, he is going to be going for the fight right now. Imperial's Punisher, the guy that was left all alone in the previous game, was hungry for the kills, and now he is going to get all the kills that he needs. Batman as well, just moving in, the guy who plays solo YOLO. Now they know that they need to be with the team. And imagine if one guy can go for the catastrophe, imagine what if you just, quadruple the number, 4 people out. They will be obviously wreaking havoc out there, and I think Imperial has started their good game. But look at this. How did you manage to come up at this top area?
With a lot of hard work.
All right.
But yeah, that is actually a really good position for them now. As look at this.
They should be having good scopes if they want to just stay out in this one.
If they have the scopes, if they have at least a DMR on them, there's going to be so much information they can give the other 2 lads that are down there. It's going to be Batman and Punisher. They can give Batman and Punisher so much cover fire, so much information being provided, and the fights are going to turn out in their favor mostly. But what just happened there with GNBGN and Punisher, that was hilarious, because the timing on when Punisher was moving in and where GNBGN was, there was literally a branch that covered him, a tree that covered him, and Punisher was like, wait, where is he? I hear the footstep, but where is this man? And then he just went the other way, turned around for an instant just to check his back, and he was like, oh. Wait, how did I miss it?
Wait, how did this just happen out in this one? So that was the thing that was out here. But then coming back to all the fights and everything, you can see like this is still the circle is out. Now the circle is probably a land circle. Previously it just had a water area, but then no one just cares about that in the Miramar scenario. And now each and everyone is going out in this area, and they are just going to be sitting out there because they are at the center of the circle, center of the zone, if anything. We'll have to see how they change everything for themselves. But then for now, as of now, or something like that, Famous. So I still want to see Famous versus Zeus Esports. That is still in my wish list right now.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be in a lot of people's wish list. But for now, Amara has got on to where the last surviving member from Andromeda is. And Marvel, he's going to be like, all right, if you can't get the finish, I'll get it myself. Tamim is slowly and steadily taking damage from the blue zone. Does the lad have any heals? And yes, he does, as the first aid was popped up. And his health is going to be restored to 75%. But he's still needs to move inside the zone, which has made a massive shift towards Junkyard.
Yeah, the Junkyard zone right now. All right, so Imperial, they're gonna be happier right now because see they have the upper area advantage. But imagine the circle just leaves them completely. That's gonna be like the worst of the decisions that they can be making out in that open upper area. And now on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, is all right. So WMGxCloud's Mondo has level 1 helmet. Not going to be useful if you are facing a bolt action or a DMR player, because one shot and that helmet just goes out of the equation. Pain Gaming really close to the players out there, taking out a lot of damage on their opponents, and has taken down 2 players, like 50% of their health right now, and Whitey has a Groza. All right, this is gonna be an interesting one because Groza, it's gonna do a lot more damage right now. As 20 bullets in his Groza, obviously would be reloading it to a much more number for himself. Pain Maga is sitting out there, and WMG on the other side. So Pain Maga is a solo survivor from his team. His team is out there, but his team's Glak is the person. Like, the people are still behind. And look at this, the car gets blasted out by WMG's Whitey with that Groza and Marga. So Pain versus WMG is still happening. But it's sort of a cold war where you know your opponents are, but you are still waiting for that one equation. And look at this, Imperial's Ray trying to seal and take down players from that upper area. Upper advantage is what Imperial is going for. Take down 1, take down 2. Pain, Forbid has been taken down. So 3 players have been taken down of Pain Gaming right now, and all of them need a revive. But Marga is on the other side.
Yeah, Marga is on the other side, and Zeus, they can actually steal the kill for themselves. And that is exactly what's going to happen, as Zundak is going to be like, hey, I'm here. These guys are knocked down. Let's just get it over with, and goes on a domination right now. But Batman was the guy who actually got the knocks, and now Imperials, they are going to be angry about that one, as they will be like, we need to confirm these kills. The points were stolen from us. They were our points, but Undak with the M24 in his hand can actually dish out a lot of damage. As we saw, he was the guy who knocked out. Oh, wow, that was amazing. First Batman, and now Ray. The players from Imperial, they need to be wary about this guy.
That's the best thing that was caught on the camera, if anything. Like, the best thing that just happened out in this one. And then they are going for the shots. More and more shots are just coming out there. And the circle. Nak has been taken down from Zeus Esports out there by the players, by the opponents, obviously. And so we still have 13 teams. So far, only one team has exited the server. So many teams are remaining because they know that this actually means a lot. The position and placement points out in this one will be meaning a lot right now. Playzone takes out Andromeda, and that is going to be the end of Andromeda as well. The team that is still having a bad day right now. Kazan from Zeus Esports still trying to spot the players. Imperials, what's going to happen as the bolt action from the lower side is doing much more damage to the hill people.
Yeah, the damage is going to be there, but on the other side, the players from the side of Zeus, they need to be careful as well, as the knock came in from the players of WMG. So there was a third-party sort of a situation, and Kazan right now with the M24 as well is looking to spot out the last remaining member from the side of Pain. If they can get that one more point, that's just going to mean another squad is going to take the exit from the game as well, and then it's just going to be 11 teams remaining, 40 people alive. But is that going to happen first, or are Zeus going to be the next team that's going to be in trouble? Are they going to get third party? But look at this, Famous, they are charging in on the players from the side of No Chance and Marvel. He can spot out Kader from the other side, and the players go for a 2-2 split. The backup is here as well, and Jal was spotted out, did take a lot of damage, dropped down to 20% health, but the other two players, they are still healthy. Amara, the peak, the gun's barrel was visible, but on the other side, a nade is going to take down Amara. Mosquito is going to top down Kader, and the finish can come in as well, as Kader did take some extra damage. One last man standing from the side of No Chance is not going to be standing anymore, as No Chance is going to take an exit, as Famous get a squad wipe for themselves.
Famous. They want to make their names. They started out their games with the first ever chicken dinner out in the wildcard, and they are going for it once again. Imperial's Batman is sitting out there, and he has been taken down, and he needs a revive. No, he does not, as DreamxTeam is going to confirm the kill out there. Imperial's easy with just 3 players right now. 4 angry with all the 4 players. Pain Gaming with 1 player. DreamxTeam with 3 players. Imperial's easy, we talked about it. Famous as well, and as LordNepal with 3 players each. GoodFellows, WMGxCloud, Watch My GP, GoodBoys, and Esports are the ones that have all 4 players surviving right now. DreamxTeam still going for the kills, still trying to go for all the throwables, all the guns, everything that they can go blazing out in the area of Miramar right now. And Esports are inside the circle, are at the edge of the circle, but then can they take the fights for themselves? That's going to be one of the big questions out there. As Team number 11, that's right in front of them, that's going to be GoodFellows, and the players are out there. The players don't have any kill for themselves, but then if the vehicle gets blasted, that can just take 1 player down, if anything, let alone just kill the person already. We'll have to see if that happens. Killer from Esports still trying to spot the players. His helmet is totally done for, but then he will try to rotate and go to the other area before he actually engages in a fight or something.
Yeah, he will try to rotate out of there, but this is going to be a difficult rotation since it's going to be out in the open. But on the other side, look at the kill feed. Famous is going to be in trouble as the players from the side of WMG actually charge in on them. And can they survive from this fight? But Imperials now rotating out. Sengi from DreamxTeam had spotted them out, but WMG, the nade, is going to drop another player from the side of Famous. And Sengi, he's just standing there with the M4, the 3X.
Yeah.
Let's see a squad get by.
Yeah.
No shots were fired.
Yeah, they just saw the players and they were like, not
No.
today, not right now. We'll probably later. Now, this Rat is actually on a streak right now with the grenade kills for himself, for his team, obviously. That's one thing that's happening. Remy goes down as GoodBoys Casper is trying to spot the players. And all right, Kazan. Just do it, like already with the M24's shots that he's just going for it, and he is actually bringing some of the best results out there with the bold action. So Zeus Esports, you actually have one of the best snipers out there in the wildcard region. If
I would say two, because look at that.
Kundak and
Two of the
Kazan.
best snipers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, and both of them have M24s. So I think that is going to work out in their favor.
It's a fight between them to show who's the best M24 player or something.
Oh, yes. I think that is also going to be pretty exciting. And getting those kills from the snipers is going to be pretty important for them. So the spam shots actually are turning out in their favor, since Kazan is actually being a distraction, and that leads them, that forces the players in a certain position, and Undak is going to be like, all right, I'm ready over here, and he goes for the knockdowns and the finishes on his opponents as well. But look at this interesting situation, as players from DreamxTeam, Imperial, are going to be in the same compound, and Imperial Punisher is going to get a knock for himself, but he is going to be knocked down as Negroni is going to come in, and the finishes on the players from Imperial is also going to be there. The revive needs to come in. Last remaining player from Imperial is going to be Ray, and DreamxTeam also going to be in a comfortable position right now. But on the other side, let's look at the teams with most kills, as LordNepal, for a change, something different going on, are sitting on 6 kills right now with just 3 players. But ably from the side of Zeus is going to catch the players from the side of WMG in a rotation. In the meanwhile, Kazan is going to be the reason that Pain Gaming is going to be taking an exit. But can WMG be taken out as well, as Vortex from WMGxCloud is going to be spotting out the players from the side of GoodBoys, and the knock is going to come in as well, so the finish needs to be confirmed as well. Just one guy left standing. It's going to be Shark from GoodBoys, and he needs to make sure that he helps out his teammates. In the meanwhile, WMG, who is going to get the finish, as Zeus is already there. DreamxTeam is coming in, and this can be a third-party situation. Close, he takes, can he fight this one out? I don't think so. Close is going to fall down, Brad is going to fall down, and Watch My GP is going to take an exit. But as I was saying, DreamxTeam was there as well, so Zeus needs to be careful. In the meanwhile, Vortex fighting the players from the side of GoodBoys. The knock is going to come, and Scourge is still standing. Spider goes for the jump shot. The knock is going to be there as well. Just one guy from the side of GoodBoys is going to be left standing. It's going to be Shark, but he is quite far away. In the meanwhile, his teammates are going to be finished.
Yeah, Zeus Esports is in a bit of trouble as well, as you can see Kazan was being shot at from the other directions, all the areas out there. Spider is outside the circle. This can just backstab them, backfire at them. If anything, Lord Toxic just goes down. He's in the domination actually, but then he was trying to take the players down. If anything, out there, 17 players surviving, 7 teams alive. What's going to happen? Imperial, GG, GoodBoys with just one player each. Zeus Esports is Undak. They've lost one player. That's going to be Kazan out there. The bold action guy has been taken down, but on the other hand, Dag is going for the sprays on LordNepal's players. Takes down one player. Lord Jagni has been taken down out there. 4 Angry Marco is trying to pressurize WMGxCloud as NRZ Spider. All the players will be out there from ridge to ridge area. That's where the fights are happening. And 4 Angry's Eugene takes down LordNepal's Nikesh. If anything, so 4 Angry with 3 players are still looking really good. And this actually works out for them whenever there are 3 players and they are 4 Angry out there. DreamxTeam Sengi going for the Molotovs. The Molotov, if it just hits the right area, it's just going to do a lot of damage. It's going to burn them out. If anything, DreamxTeam Sengi just moving in backward, had a lot of throwables for himself, but now they're going to move inside the circle, take the safer exit from this area, and park their car to the place where it's going to be making a perfect cover for them if they just go for it. LordNepal 1 player, GoodBoys 1 player, Imperial GG with 1 player. Other than that, all the teams have 3-3 each in the bank. And just as we said, LordNepal just losing their only survivor, and that's going to be the exit of the team of the team out there from the server.
Yeah, that's going to be an exit, but I thought DreamxTeam would actually be able to take that one in their favor. They are still in this, they are still in the fight, but can they convert that in their favor? They are fighting the players from the side of Zeus, who have had an amazing performance today, but this third game of Miramar can go either way, as we are down to 6 teams and it's 13 people alive. Ably is going to get another knock from the players of Dream Team. But WMGxCloud, look at this. 4 angry. Marco is going to be caught off position as he barely survives with the magic pixel, but not for long. And Mondo is going to get the finish as well. But 4 angry, they can catch the players from the side of WMGxCloud out of rotation as Zeus is going to be left with 3 players. Undak, the prone just was timed perfectly. Had he been a second late, he would have gone down in an instant as he was being shot from behind. The circle has grown smaller. It's going to be the high ground advantage to count for the information. Ably, another man from the side of Dream Team is going to be taken down as it was just 2 people left standing. If another one goes down, that's going to be the exit. But in the meanwhile, the Imperial GG, they are going to exit the game on the 6th position. But Dream Team, they are going to be in trouble as well for now. Mondo from the side of WMGxCloud. 2 people left standing as one guy, NRIZ, was taken down a little while earlier.
Yeah, 5 teams remaining, 10 players surviving. WMGxCloud has the highest probability, but we have seen the numbers just changing in no time if that just goes for it, if that just happens out there. We'll have to see like what happens in the overall fights or the scenarios out there. But for now, there's other teams. As you can see, GoodBoys mark their exit. So 4 teams remaining, 9 players. This is down to single amount out here. A single number of players surviving out in this one. Will actually WMGxCloud win this one, or will GS Esports go for a back-to-back chicken? That's going to be one of the questions, if anything. 4 angry, still sitting out there. Dream Team as well as 4 angry with 2 players. 2 angry for the game. As you can see, they just blast a vehicle with the grenade, and the grenade actually does the damage on Modo out in that one. One more throwable just going into that equation. If that just hits the right spot, it's just going to take the players down. Dream Team's Prince has been taken down by 4 angry, and that's going to be the exit of Dream Team. So 3 teams alive, 8 players surviving. 3 versus 2 as one player from WMGxCloud needs a revive right now. He has been revived, so it's a 3 versus 2. And in the scenario right now, the circle is going to be favoring the players out there. And Dark from GS Esports not moving away because the M24 is still doing the damage. Look at this. Eugene moving in, charging in. Will he be charging in any further? I don't think so. Now he has an M24 of his own to both the players from that M24, but still no one actually hits anyone. Now he will be taking the AK in his hands and will try to move into that area if he wants to, but then falls back short. For now, he wants that one opening through the smoke area if it can just, cause damage on the players out there on WMGxCloud.
Yeah, I think one good nade from Eugene can actually turn this entire situation around in their favor, and they will be able to get those extra 3 kills for themselves. But can they make this happen? Eugene, I think, is going to be in a perfect position, but the AK shots being fired is going to mean that the information is going to be given away. But in the meanwhile, Killer from Zeus is going to charge in. He's going to get a knock, but Eugene actually confirms the kill. The kills are being stolen from their side, and that is even better for them because they do not do the hard work. That's going to be the smart work coming in from their side as Killer once again charging in blind on these players from the side of WMGxCloud. Can the knock come in? Yes, it will come in on Mono, but Killer was dropped quite low, sitting on 30% health right now. The revives need to come in as well as 4 angry. They are in a really good position for themselves. They are just outnumbered, and the situation can be in their favor as well as Killer is going to confirm the kill. That's just going to leave WMGxCloud with 1 player surviving. So 3 teams alive, 6 people in this, 3 from the side of Zeus, 2 from the side of 4 angry, and just 1 guy remaining from the side of WMGxCloud. And NIRZ is going to be finished off at the play zone, is going to get the kill for them. Eugene is going to be knocked down, 3 versus 1 situation, and the charge is going to happen from these guys from the side of Zeus as Sona is going to fall back down the slope slowly and steadily. Can he be spotted out? If he is, he's going to be finished out. Ably is going to come in contact. The shot's being fired. The finish is going to come in, and Zeus once again getting the chicken dinner for themselves on Miramar.
First game, 2nd position. 2nd game, 1st position. 3rd game, 1st position. What are these guys doing out in this one? Are they no chance?
Oh, yes. I think so. They are being like, all right, NoChanceTeam sent a message to everyone. Zeus is now sending a message to everyone that going into the finals, this is what you have to deal with. And I think this has to be a message to NoChance as well.
Because there's just one spot for the World League and every team wants to show it. So let's just have a look at the MVP from this one, as this is going to be Undark from GS Esports, 7 kills. Like every time it's from GS Esports, the guy has 7 kills.
Yeah. It is once again 7 kills, 992 damage, and 9 kilometers of distance travel. And it was the M24 on this lad that was actually doing wonders for him. If you remember the fight up against Imperials, wherein they were on the top of the mountain, they had the high ground for themselves. And even though Batman, he did knock down the 2 players from the side of PMCO, Zeus chimes in. Undak is standing out in the open. Batman is still trying to confirm the kills, and with just 1 shot, he knocks down Batman. and that sort of forces the entire side of Imperials back. They confirm the kills, so that was extra kills wrapped for them as well. But in the end, this man got his team 7 extra points along with chicken dinner.
Along with the chicken, exactly. That thing matters out in that one. The team. Previously they had 17 kills. Now they have 13 kills. So it's like the number is out in the double digits. That's an incredible thing. Let's just have a look at the top 5 players out for this game. And obviously the number 1 is going to be that guy, and the second it's going to be a Kaizen with 6 kills right now. This is actually the Sanhok's match. This shows match too. So this is Sanhok's match. Pain Black was 3rd in that one. Empty Bugatti was 4th in that one. Killa was 5th out in that one in the top 5 player standing. So this was like the thing out in that game. So the thing overall is like beat any match. Zeus Esports, they are on a roll. If
definitely they are on a roll. I can agree with that, and this has been one of the most consistent performances that we have seen. Second, first coming in from the team. Are they going to get the chicken dinner in the last game as well? I think that is going to be the question, because if they do, I think that is going to be a really strong message, as I said, because going into the finals, you need to make a point to everyone. As Ocean said, it's just one spot that's available that the winning team is going to get in the World League. But with that, let's have a look at the game standings for this match that was played on Miramar. Zeus is going to be the first team, 33 points, 4 Angry on the second, 19 points, WMGxCloud on the third. LordNepal this time managed a 4th position finish for themselves. DreamxTeam is going to be 5th, GoodBoys on the 6th, Imperial GG, they are going to be 7th, and Watch My GP is going to be on the 8th. Moving on to the next set of teams, it's going to be Famous on the 9th, Pain Gaming on the 10th, No Chance is going to be 11th, GoodFellows on the 12th, Andromeda on the 13th, and Empty was the first team that was wiped out. They are going to be on the 14th position for this game. But moving forward, from here, we are going to have the overall standings on our screen, on your screens as well, in a couple of moments. But that also is going to be interesting, because we know Zeus is not going anywhere. NOChanceTeam is not going anywhere, but who is going to be the team that make their way into the top 16?
I think Imperial and Andromeda, they are going to be like at a danger zone or something. We'll have the answer as we look for the overall standings.
I think Imperial is going to climb up. But
let's see. Look at this top 8. No change.
So let's just move on to the next set of teams.
Let's move to the next set of page where the changes are going to be happening from 10th. Watch My GP on the 10th, Empty on the 11th, WMGxCloud on the 12th, GoodBoys on the 13th, NoMercy on the 14th. Alright, Imperial, so far so good. 4 Angry makes an appearance in this one, because this game was like they had 2nd position in this one, so that was just something out there for them on the 16th. But then look at the difference, 104, and then moving on the 17th, it's going to be 100.
Yeah, just 4 points being separated them. On the other side, Andromeda, look at this, they are on the 19th position now, but still one more game to go. And on that last game, I think it is going to be, as you say, make every bullet count, made every single shot being fired count. Every single step you take should be towards making your way into the top 16, in towards the finals, where everything is going to reset and you're going to be starting from scratch, collecting those points and making your way towards the World League. That is just going to be just one team that's going to be finishing on the 1st position by the time we are done with the 12 games of the finals.
Exactly, and this is like, before we hit to the finals, like for that one spot, still the competition is at a larger pace. It's 16 spots that you need to be. Top 9 are not changing for now. Those top 9s, they had their game out there. 10 to 15 might not change. This might be a fight for 16th position overall. This we have seen, like in South Asia, if you remember, like there was a team that was in the top 4. They got taken out in the top 8 if something, and things like those happened. Imperial might go out if something like that just comes out in this one, if they have an early exit or something. But then let's just have a look at the players that have had maximum impact with their damage, with their guns, as obviously Godless 10,300 damage point for himself. Shock on at 8571. No one's coming close to them, no matter what happens. And Dark from Zeus Esports is on the 3rd, Killa from Zeus Esports on the 4th, and Kaizen. Zeus Esports 3 players are there, but then No Chance is actually just saying them No Chance.
Yeah, No Chance. So look at this. Combine the 3 damages from all 3 players of the Zeus.
That's equivalent to the first 2.
Yeah, just 2 guys equal to almost an entire squad of Zeus. I think the finals, these two teams being in there, it's just gonna make the finals a lot more interesting, and that is just gonna be on a whole different level. But before we keep talking about the finals now, we still have one more game to go, the last game of the semi-finals. That's gonna happen after we come back from a short break. Until then, you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and for the last time, welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Region Semi-Finals. And this is going to be game number 4 for day number 6, which is going to be the last game for the last day of the semi-finals, obviously. And this is going to be played on Erangel in the classic fashion. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma, and we will be taking you through all the action.
Just like he said, for the last time for the semi-final scenario of wildcard, it's going to be each and every single bullet counting for the top 16 contenders, for the top 16 teams, for the 64 players that will be out there in the next set, the finals, the grand finals that are going to be happening for the wild cards, if anything. And after that, it's going to be just one spot that is just going to be staying out there. That's just going to be out there for the teams to mark their way for the World League, for the bestest of the best of the bunch out there.
Yeah, definitely it's going to be the best of the best. It's going to be the cream of PUBG Mobile pro players over there in the World League. But before you get there, you have to clear this hurdle in front of you. That's going to be the PMCO Wildcard region. And once again, as Ocean said, this is going to be the last game, so you need to play this one at your own place. You need to play your own play style. Otherwise, you are going to be in so much trouble.
Exactly.
But on the other side, once again, Erangel. And we have seen this a lot of times as well. In the last game, teams usually have off drops. They look to contest the teams that are on the verge of making it, and will look to sort of ruin what is going on in their favor.
Exactly. And just like you said the last time, so before we actually go and end this day today, I just want to tell you guys in a pre-game segment, this fine gentleman, this is where you are. This fine gentleman is going to be having his birthday tomorrow. So you guys can just, just spam happy birthday out there in the chat, because obviously tomorrow we won't be meeting you, but then through our socials we'll be, keeping you posted with the cake on his face and all those things that are going to be happening out there. So,
okay, so it's actually day after tomorrow, and
don't worry.
My friend,
just thank me later.
My friend does not even remember my birthday. That's sort of depressing.
No, the thing is, I'm not your friend.
You are my friend. Okay, we are not friends, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you about that tonight then.
But tonight? Okay, well, let's get into the game. We don't want to talk about it anymore, because the final game will be out there, ladies and gentlemen, from military base to Georgia Pole. Pochinki, Gatka, Query, Ferry, Primos, those big areas will be out there, so the zones can be contested from military base. Starting on this area, you want to go to Novo, you can go to Novo. All those areas will be out there. Zarki, let's see if a team just goes there, because Andromeda sometimes goes to Zarki.
Yeah, Andromeda sometimes goes to Zarki, but since Military Base and Novo are going to be available as well, we have to see which teams are going to go for the jumps in there. But now, as we see, NoChance has taken an early exit. WMGxCloud, they take an early exit. Pain have taken an early exit and looking to head towards the farm sort of a situation. So is WMG, who look like they will be heading towards Pochinki right now. But on the other side, Georgia Pole Hospital, the Georgia Pole City, the northern city of the Georgia Pole on the other side of the river, high priority locations right underneath the trajectory this time.
I want to see the strategies of Zeus Esports in this one. Like, will they be going for a chicken dinner? Will they be just playing it as if because they have nothing to lose. Obviously, they have everything to win. They are just winning out there each and every game. So where Zeus Esports will go? That will be one of my questions. WMG just going out. Famous going out. Imperials going out, Pain, like all the teams in just one single trajectory, and NoChance will be out there in this area of military base. And look at this, look at the circle, the proper military circle. So maybe bridge blocks might just happen. And Andromeda exactly just going to their location, like the Giorgio-ish area, the area where they think they'll be safe. I just hope they are safe for a while if the fights don't happen.
Yeah, we can hope that the fights are going to be there as well, as I think this has to be the perfect way to end the semi-finals, to basically conclude any game, any high priority game of PUBG Mobile, as military base, small compound. What is going to be involved as you said, bridge camps are going to come in as well. But look at this, Pochinki is going to be pretty crowded, as Famous is there, WMG is there, Imperial is going to be there as well. So 3 squads landing into Pochinki. Imperials back on the backside of Pochinki 6. city, and they're going to be in trouble as Famous. They have spotted out the players from the side of WMG, and the damage on Brat was given as well, but they sort of moved in towards the direction of the players from the side of Imperials, and Imperials are running out in the open. The 3 players can be caught off guard as Punisher takes a lot of damage, but the knock was not there as well. So Punisher is going to be looking to get to a safer location, which is going to be quite tricky. But on the other side, No Chance is going to get in action as one player from the side of WMGxCloud is going to be dropped down, and Vortex is going to take an early exit from the game.
Imperial should not be losing it this time and should not be losing it right now. They need to win it. They need to win it big time, if not anything. Like top 5 finish should actually be a safer thing for Imperials to fight out in this one. Look at this Punisher on low HP, still going for the fights. Weapon just had a shotgun, the S686, the 2 double barrel shotgun was the thing that he just had for himself and other players. Batman is just sitting out there. He's not even moving for some reason. Now he is proning for some reason. What is Batman doing? See, what kind of pose is that? What is Batman doing? Like there's a vehicle, right? He's Batman, but
you know how Batman just vanishes while you're speaking to him.
Alright, so he does not want to sit in Darcy. He wants to sit in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Alright, so
yeah.
that's
He's
just...
like, I need my car, man. Tell Alfred to get my car.
And Alfred will be his medic in the game.
Yeah.
Like exactly that kind of scenario. But then coming back to the fights, you can see the George Bull area out there. GoodFellows is going to be out in this area, and let's see where the fights actually happen. Now the fights are being concentrated from Famous' side to WMG's side, so we'll have to see if those fights and all those scenarios also just go for it and all those things. So let's just hope what happens out here with the teams. Like, so do you think, like, all right, if I give you a choice of picking Andromeda and Zeus Esports, Andromeda and not Zeus, sorry, Andromeda and Imperial, which one will you be picking for the top 16?
I think I'll pick Imperial GG. They have had a good day for them so far. Somehow have managed to stay in the top 16, but it is going to be this one last game that they need to make it count. And once again, Imperial, they had a little bit more consistency. So the experience that has been there with the team from the group stages, I think the numbers are going to be in their favor.
Yeah, numbers, exactly. That's totally actually a true thing, that numbers are going to be in their favor. But then I just hope, like, I mean, obviously, fans from Imperial side will be wanting the same. Yeah. Fans from the other team, Andromeda side, will be wanting the same as well. Because, see, everyone has a different set of expectations from their favorite teams and all. So let's just see what happens out in this one. So far, each and every team is surviving. So far, all the players are surviving right now. As of now, only one player was taken down. Empty Kanek goes down as well, as he just falls off a cliff or something out there. So that's going to be something. And the circle, it might just leave Pochinki in a while, because 5+ minutes and the first circle has started to rotate and to just move in, and slowly and steadily the blue zone will be coming in. The players that are outside the blue zone will be having a bit of a chip damage or something. And after that, let's see what happens.
Yeah, let us see what's going to happen. But once again, 50 people still in this game. 14 teams are going to be there as well, as the blue zone is going to come in. And once again, the next circle, where is that one going to be? Because this one is going to be on the military zone. And if the next one, once again, moves in onto the military bridge or the Nova bridge sort of situation, it is going to cause a lot of trouble. But Whitey is already going to be in trouble, as he was spotted out by the other players and the damage was being given out to him. And Famous, they are going to look to convert that damage into a knock or into a finish. But Whitey, once again, he gets to a safer location for himself, finds some cover, and the players from the side of Famous slowly and steadily will be looking to close in the gap. But Close is going to be blown up from the side of WMG, and the finish is going to be there as well. But Casper is going to be taken down by Famous Marvel and his Scarrel in his hands. Whitey, he is healing up slowly and steadily, but if he gets spotted out, he's going to be taken down, and Casper, the finish is going to be off on him right now. And WMG from a good position now, they are going to be in a bad position, as they are going to be left with just 2 people alive.
2 people alive out there. Will this be the first squad that actually gets eliminated out here? On the other hand, if you see, Punisher still does not have any healing for himself to be healed. They started their journey from Pochinki and are still out in this area as of now, and they still don't have any of the heals for themselves to be good, if anything, out in this one. Famous' Mesquite is still out in that area, needs to actually cross the road before he can go for a good rotation towards his team, towards his teammates, towards his players or anything if it's going to be out there. But then I want to see if there's a team that is just going to block the bridge for the teams to rotate into the southern side or something, because the zone was kind of looking like a military zone. As you can see, the area, and Punisher now he just falls down and will be needing a revive as soon as he can get it. Like Imperial is on the area, the laboratory that is on the side of Novo Rep now. And look at this. I think Famous is ready for a fight, as Marvel might have given the location that Whitey is right in that house, and they are moving in the house. You can see Marvel like right in the building of Whitey, and now he has the information. He knows that there's a player out there. Brad is going to be out in one area. Whitey is going to be fairly in the proximity of his teammates. Is taking the TBP, the top TBPs from the area that he should be taking, and the players are in. The players are ready for the fights. The door has been actually taken up, and the door is open right now for the fights to start, for the fights to commence, for the fights to come in. But Famous, they don't want to lose even a single player for themselves, but they want to eliminate the whole squad. Can they just go for it? That's going to be one of the questions, as the TPP is still being taken. Whitey spots one, shots one, spots the other. Almost takes one down. Yes, he does, but Whitey will be taken down, and that is going to be the end of Watch My Game play out in this one.
So we have seen that misplay. We have seen that misstep. He wanted to jump down the balcony, but because the buttons were combined, he climbed in the window. And once again, you need to split up your buttons. Yeah, because these misplays, we have seen this as well. That was a 1v1 situation wherein the player, instead of jumping...
The final circle, no chance got that chicken in Sanhok.
Yeah. That was an interesting situation as well. So these mechanical misplays can actually cost you crucial situations, just like that one. But now, once again, talking about crucial things, for Angry, they are going to be trying to take the fight in the blue zone right now, as one of the players is going to be taken down already. GoodBoys are coming in the blue zone as well. And now the blue zone is going to make the contact with the play zone, and the circle is also going to be on the military zone. Once again, the military base is going to be there. Both the bridges are going to be covered, so the camps can happen. But most of the teams have already rotated on the military island. Pain have taken the southern side. WMGxCloud, they have taken control of Novo for themselves. Imperial are between Novo and the military base, and GoodBoys, as I was saying, they are still in the blue zone. They are looking for a vehicle, and they will look to make their way in towards the military base as well. And Zeus Esports, they lost one player, and Dark was taken down, but they are gonna go for the swim.
Yeah, as Norman. In the areas where, you know, if the bridge is out there and you don't want to be caught off guard in the bridge and all those areas, you don't want to be caught off guard by the players of MT and all those things, just go for the swim. And the swim, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing if your health is already low and the crate will already be formed. Look at this, large players, they've spotted Andromeda. Andromeda, the team that does not want to fight right now. I think they will be engaging in a fight, and this can be a bad situation for Andromeda, guys. Lords, just go away from this side, because Andromeda needs those placement points. If they don't get these fight points, I don't know what's going to happen out in this one. Jagni's out here, Toxic out here. I think the team is destined to take all the kills for their favor. And look at this, the players are surrounding them. They are surrounding them from all the areas, not giving them any area. But look at this. One player, Tamim, is just running backwards right now, because he's like, what if we are not able to take the fight? Let's just stay back and let's just stay, I'll stay alive for the team if that just happens. 10 minutes into the game, 10 minutes, 40 seconds, and we'll have to see if Andromeda takes and wins this fight. Tamim is so far behind right now from his team. Ragnar is out there abroad as well. Tamim is in the house right now, and will or will not Lord win this fight, or will not Andromeda just stay safer? That is going to be one of the, I don't know, prime questions out in this one or something, because this is much more near. Tamim does not have a vest as well, has a level 1 helmet. They are in a bad spot, same as Lord Jagni, but then he has a Scarl, obviously has an AKM, all those things, and I think the players are moving in. Toxic, moving in by the use of the smoke. He is so close to the players right now, spots them, shots them, but so far, no shot gets connected.
Yeah, so far none of the shots have connected, and Toxic, he is going to be a perfect position. The ditch can actually provide him some cover. In the meanwhile, his teammates can get the flanks as well, but Lord, they need to be careful. They are going to be sitting at a number disadvantage for themselves. But now Andromeda, they have the cover for themselves, while the players from the side of Lords, they are going to be out in the open. So the information is going to be there for the side of Andromeda, with the third person perspective coming in. Nikesh is going for the peek, but he's going to be peeked on first, and Ragnar is going to get the knock as Lords once again in a really troublesome situation. The player knocked out in the open. He's going to get charged upon. Jagni is there, but can he turn the situation around as the jump shots are going to come in? Jagni is going to be dropped and he's going to be finished off as well. Just one player from the side. Lord is going to be left alive. And LordNepal in a bad situation. Toxic, can he take this fight? Drops down to 30% health, and I think he is going to die at any given moment as the other player is going to switch weapon, but the knock on a Brower is going to happen. Toxic survives with the magic pixel, takes down 2, but oh, the third one goes down as well. Andromeda being taken out by Lord Toxic, but he's not going to survive for long.
Yeah, in just a hint of seconds, that was just the end. So this fight was both a good fight and a bad fight for LordNepal. Like, they got the kills, but they got the elimination as well. And Famous, you know it. If Famous is moving in, they are going to be the ones that will be surviving it by any means, way or form. And Famous already has 5 kill points for themselves. How long can they go? That's going to be one of the questions. eSports has lost 1 player, but will they lose the game or not? That's going to be one of the things. 4 Angry have lost 2 players, but this fight was like, it just changed a lot of things for Andromeda, like in the hint of seconds or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely a lot changed for the side of Andromeda, but still, LordNepal, that fight was just incredible from Toxic. I mean, he took down one guy with 30% health remaining, takes down another one, had 1 like magic pixel surviving, and takes down the last guy with such a beautiful way. I wish he would have stayed a little bit longer in this game, but the other team was just like, nah, buddy, need to leave right now.
You need to leave because today is the final match, and your final match just ends right now.
Yeah. And with that, we are down to 11 teams in this game, 38 people alive. And yeah, the blue zone is closing in. 4 Angry. They are going to look to make their way in towards the center of the circle. And if they cannot do that, they are going to be in so much trouble, as it is going to be the military base wherein a lot of compounds are going to be available to the teams and the camps are going to be set up. The traps are going to be laid out. Talking about traps, NoChanceTeam drops down one of the players from the side of DreamxTeam as Mistake is going to be dropped down, but the barrier is going to be there to protect him. His teammates have gotten some cover, but Qadar is just going to get the finish on the lad. And now DreamxTeam, even they are going to be in trouble.
Yeah, like easy finish just came in, but then the fact is the fights are still going to be moving in from one area to the other area. NoChanceTeam is out there now, switching up to a bold action. Bugatti goes down out there. Killer from Zeus Esports. Kanik is taking a fight with the Zeus Esports right now. So MT versus Zeus is happening. Only one team will be surviving. One player, one team might just come out alive from this one. Bugatti is getting a revive right now, but you can see the players. They know that the players are out there. MT, they know that the information of the players are going to be out there. Zeus Esports, they just can be in a bad situation, but look at the flank on the mini-map. You can see one player from Zeus Esports has driven all the way back, and Kaizen can be the reason that MT might just exit this one, as Kaizen has spotted the players. And look at this, the players are just jumping out there, but then now they know it. But Kaizen, the flank, not anymore, as now Kanek will be moving in forward to just finish what he started out in this one. And once they finish it, it's going to be the end game from the side. And MT Kanik just moving in to finish what he started, and that's going to be a kill given out in this one. Kanik is just going to loot the crates out in this one. PainGN BGN just goes down as Famous Usok just picks up that bolt action of his own. No chances out there. MT in the mid, and Pain Black spotting the players, taking the players down, trying to take the players down right now, but Scar L not doing much of damage. Pain Marker is going to be out there. Famous Marvel is going in on Pain Black right now. Pain Forbid as well. We will have to see what happens. We'll have to see how it's going to happen. Pain Black still sitting out there with the grenade in his hands. We will have to see if the grenade does the damage, but Famous Usok's grenade takes down 2 players, and they just finished the equation out there, as Susok is going to be on a grenadier streak and a pure domination out there. Pain Black, the lone survivor. How long will they survive, as he's just down to 30 HP for himself? Will be applying a first aid, but imagine if a grenade just comes in. A grenade charging in can just mean it's going to be the end game, as grenade is on one side. Pain Black, he knows the players are coming in. One player goes down, the second one also can go down. He just crouches for a shot right now, reloads the gun out there, and will be sitting out there to take the TVP. The players are moving in. He knows the location. He knows that there are players out there popping up a first aid right now. The first aid has been popped up with this guy. The capability of 1v4 is still out with this one. Switches to a DP, spots one more player, almost takes him down, almost, but the final player on the 1 pixel, but does not manage to do a 1v4, as the players were still alive out there. And Pain Gaming marks the exit.
Yeah, Pain Gaming is going to be taken out, but Famous, they need to be careful as well, as since 2 of the players were knocked down, and even after the revive, for a couple of seconds, they will be quite low until the heals are completed. And that is exactly what happened to one of the players from the side of Lord. So they need to be careful as well, as the revives were happening quite out in the open. But on the other side, look at this. Mondo with his K9 is going to look to land some damage on the players that were in front of him, on the players of GoodBoys. But they have to be careful as well, as the spotting can be done in both directions. And if the damage actually connects on the players from the side of WMGxCloud, they are going to be in so much trouble now.
Yeah, they will be. And the thing is, like, GoodBoys, like, they don't need to worry that much right now because they are at a good standing, at a decent standing, if anything. But the thing is, how far they can go from that, that's going to be one of the questions out there. Casper has spotted some of the players, but look at this. 4 Angry Sona takes down 1 player from Dream Team, as Sengi just goes down and gets finished. So 4 Angry with just 1 player surviving. Dream Team with 1 player surviving now. So 4 Angry just brought them to their knees right now in this fight. And Empty, this can be a bad scenario, as Empty's players are moving in the open. If you're just looking, like, Reed is out there in one house now, he's in the open as well. I mean, the players are not spotting them, but if Weapon just spots them, that can just be an end game for Empty's players.
Yeah, that can be an end game for these guys, but are they going to make sure that they are careful from them? But Empty Bugatti is going to be spotted out by Mao from the side of No Chance. The shots being fired, they do not connect, and Bugatti, he has to be careful as they're right on the edge of the circle as well. So in the next one, they are going to be forced to move to be a little more precise. And since this is going to be a tough situation fighting, but talking about tough situations, the nade from Susong from Famous is going to drop down GoodFellows Onyx, and that is going to put them in an unfortunate situation, as the finish is going to come in. Oh, the jump out in the open, that is going to be a bad corridor to fight in, and Ably is going to get knocked down. But the finish on the other player from the side of GoodFellows is going to be there, as Famous, one after the other, they are charging in on these lads. Another spot being made, but the cover fire from Marvel, it's not going to work out. The pre-fire is just not connecting. Marvel, I think he's going to be knocked down, but his teammate was down on the low ground, and it is just going to be the flank that gets the knock as well. Just one more guy surviving, and Susong is looking to get another squad wipe for himself. Look at this Famous, they already have 10 kills for themselves, and GoodFellows with that, they are going to take an exit, as even the last guy is going to be taken down.
Famous has 13 kills, and out of that, Susog has 6. And from those 6, 4 are by Grenade itself. He was on a Grenadier streak, and he was on a rampage a while back. So this guy is actually doing wonders. Finn was caught out, as you can see out here, needs a revive. Kanek will be out there just sitting to revive him. Reed gets a grenade on his head, but then still the shot was not out there. And look at this. Susog spots 1 more, and Negroni is low on health. If he peeks once more, that is just going to be the end of that guy. Dream Team will just go down. Reed has spotted 1 player, but then there were 4 players on each and every side, so that's going to be one of the things. Finn needs to move in right now. So Susog knows that there's 1 player out there. He knows that it's in the open. So Mara has been given the chance to just move into that area right now. Finn is still sitting out there. Reed as well. Reed needs a revive. Now I don't think so that's going to happen, as 5th circle is coming. Cutter needs to move in, and Finn will be the lone survivor from Empty. They are down to 9 teams, and will Finn be the guy to actually being taken down? And yes, Finn goes down, and Empty marks their exit on the 9th spot. 8 teams remaining. Nope, 7 teams remaining, as 4 Angry marks their exit as well. 7 teams, 20 players alive. Which team is gonna win this one? Zeus Esports has a solo survivor. That's gonna be Killa. Killa has Imperial's Punisher on his back end. What's gonna happen out in this one, as Imperial and GoodBoys, they have 3 players. 1 needs a revive from all their side. Famous has all the 4 players surviving, and Famous is wreaking havoc right now. Punisher on just 1 HP, still barely managing to survive. Marvel is spotting down the players. Musket is spotting down the players. What is happening? I have no idea right now, because Famous, like, wherever they are going, they are dominating in each and every fights.
Yeah, wherever they are going, they are in fact dominating, and the other teams, they need to be careful about this one, as No Chance Mao is just going to be taken down by the play zone, and that is going to be quite unfortunate for the team. But Famous Amara has cornered 2 players. Imperial Punisher is moving away far in the distance as well, and movements can be spotted out as well. But on the other side, I think it was, okay, he's going to be knocked down by the other player from the side of Dream Team, and I think the finish is going to come in as well. But on this side, GoodBoys, the 3 teams sort of cluster clustered together. They need to be careful as Killer from Zeus, he is going to be cornered into a bad situation, and he's the last surviving lad for his team. So can he survive? Can he make sure that he gets a lot of points for himself? And the trade-off in the damage, that was just impressive.
That spray was impressive in itself as well. Famous Usog goes down out there from Killa, from ZSC Esports obviously, and the guy is surviving barely with just 10 HP. I don't think so he should be taking a fight right now. Look at this, GoodBoys, which goes down as WMG Spider just takes him now, and the kill confirmation will be coming in with the TP28 Knight now. NRZ has been spotted on one side. They need to get inside the circle, the military-based circle, the circle that's going to be changing everything for the teams, changing everything for the names, changing everything for the games right now. It's going to be that thing. 15 players alive, 7 teams surviving. What's going to happen? It is a big question. Imperial's Punisher goes down by DreamxTeam's Negroni as the fights are still happening. GoodBoys is on one side. Look at this. There's a smoke separating Imperial and GoodBoys. Once the smoke cloud just goes away, they'll understand the players are there. Killer from ZZ Sports, a grenade was really close to him, but so far the grenade did not do much of a damage. And look at this, the players were really close to him, and now Famous's Muskeet takes that kill for himself. And Famous is gonna be looking really good as the team has 14 kills. How far can they go? Can they hit a 20 kill mark? I don't know, like the numbers are there, but what's gonna happen? Let's see.
Yeah, we'll have to see what's going to happen as this game progresses to its final stages now. 6 teams in there, 11 players still alive. We are about to hit the 23-minute mark as Spider is going to be spotted out by the Casper from GoodBoys, but the shots were not fired. He has a Scar and a 2x on it, but he could have actually connected with the shots, but Spider actually stepped back in the moments, and Casper is going to choose to pick off NIRZ, but that would be a bad decision as Spider is going to protect his teammate, and the knock is going to come in, and Famous Marvel is going to be the reason that NIRZ is going to be taken down, and Spider now is going to be the last man standing for the side of WMGxCloud. The shots are going to connect. The damage was traded. The other guy was knocked out, and GoodBoys, they take an exit. But how long can Spider survive now? That is going to be a question.
And now Famous, what's gonna happen? 4 teams remaining, 7 players alive out in this one. Famous with all the 4 players, so it's gonna be a 4 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. Easy win can just come in, and they can have a 19 kill gameplay if they just go for it. Look at this, Cutter spots one. Cutter takes down Marvel. Cutter will be finishing him in an instant if he goes for it, but no chance given out there as Famous's Amara just has that kill for themselves, and now they're trying to spot the other players. What's gonna happen? It's a 4 versus 1 as Marvel needs to revive. Play zone takes on Imperial Race. 17 kills for this team. Can they make it to 18? Or will the final player go by the zone itself? Will he not give the kill because he has a 1v4 on his hands? Even if he wins, I don't know. Because DreamxTeam's Negroni is the final player and he just has 1 kill. His team has 1 kill. On the other hand, Famous has 17 kills for themselves. It's like 3 players have 4 kills and Susog has 5 for himself. What's gonna happen? Negroni is out there, still sitting, still surviving. Muskeet, I think he knows the location. He's moving back, he's going to that area, and before we'll know, I think the final fight can just happen, and Negroni is still outside the circle with a vehicle. They just end the game with a vehicle, and players, they played this game in an incredible way. 18 kills for themselves.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance coming in from the players of Famous, and it wasn't like it was just the late game that they made count. It was from the early game stages as well, and this I think has to be a really fun game with the military base coming in, with the military base being in the circle, because the last time the closest we got was on the edge of the military base island, but that was an open area with just 1 mounted being there, so that was exciting, but not as the actual military base, which is one of the hardest drops in the game.
Exactly. Let's just have a look at the MVP really quick, because it can be someone from Susog or Muskeet, and it is Susog because obviously the guy with the grenades was doing the maximum damage. 77 damage out there, 22 minutes, 56 seconds of survival time, 7.88 distance covered out there in kilometers out there for this guy. So he has done some amazing work for his team and for himself, if anything. Like the contribution that he has, I mean, on those 18 kills, this guy had 5, Muskeet had 5, Amara had 4, and Marvel had 4. So these players were just, I don't know, just blazing each and every gun that they had.
Yeah, they were blazing guns, and they were blazing it on their opponents as well. And with that, I think Famous is definitely gonna make their way, make their impact in the finals as well. Because this game, it was amazing. As you said, the weight was being pulled by each and every member of this team, with Susog being the man. Can I call him the walking red zone?
He was the walking red zone, actually. But let's have a look at the top 5 players also from this particular game. If we have to see, like, it was to talk, obviously, Mosquito as well. So, Marvel as well. All right, all right. Let's just... All right, so Famous was the top in the top 5 players, the whole squad out there. If they had a substitute, I think we could just add the name as well, if anything. But then for now, why not? Just
had it been a 5, had the game been about 5 people
5 versus 5
5 versus 5 in a squad sort of a situation, then I think definitely all 5 would be in here.
Jal was the 5th person out there from No Chance that had 4 kills from 360 damage for him. But then overall, if anything, I mean, Famous was doing what was needed to be done, and that was just, hunting.
Yeah, they were really hunting down everyone from the position that they were in. And even with squad like Zeus, even they were cornered at one point and they were finished off. But let's have a look at the standings for this game and see where the teams are going to be and how many points have they gotten for themselves.
So Famous is on first, 38. DreamxTeam on second. No Chance on the third. Imperial GG on the fourth. GoodBoys on the fifth. WMGxCloud on the sixth. MT on the seventh. 4 Angry was out there on the 8th position for this particular game. So Imperial GG, all right. We'll have to see like where it just keeps them. But then moving on from 9 to 16, I mean, there's going to be Andromeda. We'll have to see where they go with this one because they were on the 11th. LordNepal on the 12th. eSport on the 9th. GoodFellows on the 12th. Pain Gaming on the 13th. And Watch My Gameplay was out there on the 14th position. So Pain Gaming and Watch My Gameplay did not have any kind of fights. But then Andromeda, they took down 2 players from LordNepal. And the moment they got finished, that was the same moment that LordNepal also, exited the server or the stage or the military base area out in that. So we'll have to see like where the team is, like not the LordNepal but Andromeda.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with that. Andromeda, they are going to be a tricky situation, and I don't think they have enough points to make it in there. I don't think Andromeda is going to make it, but for that to confirm if I'm right or not, we'll have to look at the overall standings and see.
Can we have the overall standings in the reverse order or something?
Yeah,
I would love that if we can have it, but in any order, let's just have a look at the overall standing and let's see, because we know who's at the top already. We go for it when we don't know who's at the top, but then now we kind of know who's at the top and how
we know the top 8.
We know the top 8 exactly. Like, we don't remember them exactly, but it's going to be ZSE Sports, Famous, like all those names. No Chance, obviously, dropping the table and all those things. So that's going to be one thing. Team Gravity will also be out in that one because they have had good to decent games and all those things. And so let's just have a look at the overall standing. Let's see where the teams are, how the teams have performed so far, and what has been their gameplay. So coming in from bottom, these are the teams that will not be making it out in this in the finals, if anything. So SwankyGaming, the team that started on 13th because they had no games, they were down.
Yeah, they were down as well on the 19th position now. Andromeda, they do not make it. As I said, not enough points for them to qualify in the top 16. 4 Angry don't make it as well. And LordNepal, GoodFellows, Wolf Squad, and Vengeance, they just played 8 games. They just gave up too early.
Yeah, so the thing is, 4 Angry is on 17th with 109. Let's just see what is the points for 16th number team, 114. So those 5 points are difference. Just it's a lot right now.
Yeah, it made a big impact, and NOChanceTeam barely managing to survive and barely managing to make it into the finals. I think they need to make this opportunity count in the finals and go all out in there. But No Chance, NoMercy, Imperial GG, GoodBoys, WMGxCloud, MT, Watch My GP, Team Gravity, and then in the top 8, it's going to be MYSTERIOUZ, BlackTeamMGL, Pain Gaming, Exodus, Famous, DreamxTeam on the 3rd, Zeus on the 2nd, and No Chance on the 1st with 339 points. Congratulations on making it into the finals of PMCO 2020 Spring Split Wildcard Regions, and that, I think, with all these squads, with Famous, with No Chance, with Pain, BlackTeam, MYSTERIOUZ, Team Gravity being there, Exodus coming in, Zeus, No Chance as well, the finals are going to be pretty lit.
It is going to be, but the fact is, till here, the journey was still easy. 16 positions were out there for the distribution. Previously it was 32 positions for distribution, 24, then 16 positions for distribution. But now,
it's just going to be 1.
You need to be the one out in those 16 now. If it is going to be NOChanceTeam, I know, out of those 12 games that you're going to play, go for all chickens. If it's going to be Zeus Esports, you know what you need to do if you want to beat the teams like No Chance. If it's going to be famous, you need to have the same gameplay that you just showed in the final game. If it's going to be any other team, if it's going to be No Chance that's on 16 right now, they need to reverse the table by any way or means or form that they can go for it. And talking about all those things, because see, these positions were out there because of the kills, and the guys that just dominated that list, you know the names, Godless and Choconut. Like, there's nothing that can just stop. Look at this, Undak was so close to Choconut as well.
Yeah, Undak actually came really close to Choconut, 43-41. Moving on, it's going to be Kaizen on the 4th, 39. Team Gravity Sabo is going to be on the 5th with 30 kills. Moving on to the next set of 5, it's going to be Famous Marvel on the 6th with 28. Killer from Zeus is going to be 7th with 27 kills. Dream Team Prince is going to be on the 8th with 27 kills. Dream Team Sengi is going to be on the 9th with 27. And Famous Amara on the 10th with 27 kills as well. So, an interesting situation over there, but on the other side, as you were saying, you need to go for the chicken dinner in every single game if you want to make sure that you are the team that heads towards the World League. Because anything other than that is going to put you in trouble. But you need to be careful on the other side as well. If you are too aggressive, you can be punished, and that can result in you having an early exit from the game. So every single thing in the finals needs to be on point. And the finals are going to take place on the 7th and the 8th of March. Until then, there's going to be a short break coming in for 2 days. And today, for the last time for the semi-finals, we are going to be signing off. You guys take care and good night.